Hello and welcome to this new part of Danganronpa Another. Last time we went through half of the trial, so here goes the next half of the trial.
Yes.
Last time we sussed out Akane as suspicious.
And we sussed Ayame a little bit too.
Yes.
Just a little. She's not too sussy yet, but I'm not giving up on that.
I do think she is currently very much written from the point of view of a writer who sees her as a killer.
Yeah.
The way she reacts to things and stuff like that. But we could also just be biased.
True.
Alrighty then let's continue this and hope I don't die again.
True.
Classroom trial suspended. Tyra, among us, the word maid refers to... Or rather, I can't think of anyone but you. Akane?
That's... It's really her. You killed Tamori?
Now, wait a minute. Something... There must be a misunderstanding. I mean, something like this? This is... too much.
Please, wait a minute, everyone. I'm not... I have nothing... I didn't do anything!
The dying message was written by a person. The Lord does not lie. As long as the dying message refers to the word maid, it has already been revealed. Was it a lie at the beginning of the trial to cover up her crime?
No!
Are you sure? Tyra, tell me with your own words. Are you really the culprit?
Me? I'm not the killer!
Akane?
Why am I the culprit? The dying message may say the word maid, but... There's a big X next to it! You guys have only interpreted the maid and didn't interpret the X after that!
That is true.
Which could make it a completely different word,
Hmm.
considering how katakana works. That X that X could literally be an X. Doesn't that mean negative? In other words, it means not the maid, so I'm not the culprit. This is still a reach, though. It would be hard to convince someone of this.
It could still be right, though.
She could be right, yes, but with all the suspicion on her, they're still probably not going to take it.
Nah, no way.
Yeah.
I don't know yet if what Tara said is true, but certainly, as she said, we haven't fully decoded the dying message yet. Okay, the X at the end.
Well, if you simply look at it, it really looks like it says not the maid, but...
If the dying message means not the maid, as Tyra says, it would be rather more I would rather be more suspicious of Tyra.
Huh? Why?
The killer could have put the X next to it.
Yeah, altered it, yeah.
Don't you think so? Who is the killer? I don't recall seeing a message saying, who is not the killer. It seems illogical to write. Indeed.
For a dying message, yeah, it does.
It's illogical to write who is innocent in blood by their own victim. Rather, you would think it's not the maid to take yourself off the subject list.
Hey, doesn't that mean the culprit themselves wrote the dying message?
That's right. There's no law saying that dying messages are all true. They can show up in many ways. For example, the killer manipulates the dying message to lead an advantage in the trial.
Yeah, maid acts as it is, meaning the only one who would benefit from writing that would be the maid herself, Tyra.
Oof.
Whether the interpretation of the dying message is this or that, there's no way to avoid the word maid.
Akane, you really are... Is Tyra really the culprit? Can we conclude the case like this? But what is this feeling? Said by every shoujo protagonist ever.
Yeah.
Why is my heart screaming? I feel like all of this, it feels too contradictory. Is it really okay to end this with Tyra being the culprit?
Can I vote now? It will be painful to do any more. It'll just be...
Yeah, that's a valid emotion.
I just want to end this quickly.
Yeah.
Wait.
Thank you, Mikako.
Yes. Our quiet voice of reason. Kurokawa. You gotta finish it.
Obviously. It's true that Hiro was suspicious. Clearly the way she acted seems questionable. However, there's a problem yet to be solved.
What? An unresolved problem.
As Kurokawa said, it's too soon to end it like this. There must be a cause for this unpleasant feeling. Yeah, a secret that hasn't been solved yet. Alright.
Oh, her injury. We haven't figured out why Hitano was injured.
An unsolved problem.
Like, we know how
I
it
do not
happened.
know.
Well, what's the point? The dying message is also over. What else is there?
A lot. The secret of the window is over. Tool procurement problem has also been solved.
Wait a minute, is there anything left remaining as Kurokawa says? Only for murder, you're thinking. Don't you think...
Yeah. Yes.
I love her.
Yes.
She's really growing up on my favorites list. She doesn't talk much, but like,
She makes
so
it count.
smart, so good. I give her little head pats. So smart, so good.
You treat her like a cat.
I can't help it. She's cute.
You're right. Yeah, right. That's it.
Did you find something, Maida?
Guys, I think it's still a little bit too early to call Tyra the culprit.
What? What do you mean? You're the only one that said the dying message had the word maid.
About that, I still conclude this for sure. Thanks to Kurokawa, I could actually think of something. Right after the incident, do you all remember Hatano's injury?
Of course. Now the trial is coming to an end and Hatano's condition is worsening. So... get that in order, okay?
Why was Hatano injured? Everyone think about it. Why was she hurt? You saw it. She was hurt by a wire trap in the leg. Think about it. Who installed the wire trap? When does this come into place?
I mean, the killer must have installed it.
That's it. In other words, your opinion is that the suspected killer, meaning Tyra, installed the wire trap, right?
Now wait a second, I never installed anything like that! Why would I aim for Ayame?
Though no one was aimed at, though.
True. That doesn't really mean you can't, though.
Wait a minute. Tyra installed the wire trap? The wire trap is there, but when was it installed? When was the wire installed? I don't know exactly what's on the wire, but I can guess because I was there when Hatano was injured. Hatano was trying to grab something at that time. The wire was installed along the way to serve as the bait for it. Then the wire must have been installed as soon as the object was placed, and it wasn't placed when we first arrived. And that object wasn't there, at least until that point. So when was the wire installed?
After the investigation.
Yeah.
Because everyone had already gone in there, and when they were all standing at that door, it wasn't there.
When the wire was installed, it was probably immediately after starting the investigation. At least I believe so. Is there a good reason for that opinion? The wire is not visible, so the exact installation of the time of the wire itself is unknown, but we can infer by other elements involved. Actually, Hatano wasn't just hurt. When she was injured, I know I was right next to them, but Hatano was injured by the wire while approaching to find and investigate an object, and she got caught in the trap. Hatano, do you remember?
Perhaps, are you referring to that burned flashlight?
Yeah, there was no such thing in the corner when I found the body with everyone in the power room, but it was there after the investigation started.
In other words, the killer used the flashlight as bait to induce someone to get caught in a wire trap? If so...
They set the flashlight and installed the wire at the same time immediately after the investigation began. That would be the approximate time to install it. Yeah, it's right after the start of the investigation, right? The wire was installed shortly after the investigation began. Yamaguchi? It's strange. This is weird. Weird, weird, weird. Is it not weird?
Why are you suddenly yelling?
Everyone open your ears and listen. If Tyra is the culprit, it means Tyra installed the wire right after the investigation started, yes? But that's impossible. Why do you ask? It's because Tyra was with me.
You were with Tyra? Surely? Then are you in a relationship?
Oh my god, Satsuki, no! Can you stop that? Don't put a joke like that at a time like this. Huh? Does that mean...
I know this exactly because Tyra was in the same place I was and we didn't do anything.
What? How can you say you didn't do anything so proudly?
I mean, what?
I don't... It really just be like that, Teria. Sometimes it's okay to do nothing.
I mean, the murder just happened, you may need some few minutes to, like, do nothing.
Some time to process.
See. No, what I mean is, I was going to do some investigation, but I barely made any progress, so haha. Anyway, that's not what's important, it's Tyra's story. I swear to you, Tyra has been stuck in one spot since everyone gathered to the power room, until the trial announcement came out.
What? Is that for real?
Wasn't she outside with Ayame for a while?
Yeah, she was, yeah, but she was standing around the corner, and if she was with Yamaguchi the whole time around the corner, then she wouldn't have been in that hallway where it was set up, I think is what he's trying to say. Because they were together.
I forgot where he was.
Yeah, I did too until he brought this up, and I was just like, oh, that's what you're talking about.
Apart from anything else, there was only one spot that was inefficient, even if you did a little investigation. I want to hear why. Why didn't you mention this, Tyra?
No, it was shocking that Kizuna died.
Did any of us do that? Even so, everyone participated in the investigation. So that is not a reason. Oof.
Oof.
It doesn't really matter. What's more important now is Tyra didn't do anything at the time of investigation, meaning she couldn't install the wire, right?
She mad.
Yes.
I don't think I've seen her mad before.
It's like an angry chihuahua, you know? Where, like, it's cute when it's angry, but you know it's not all that threatening because the bark is bigger than its bite. That's what I feel when I look at Kanata's sprite like there. God, I love her, but oh my god, she's not intimidating at all.
No, she isn't, especially not
She's plush dog size.
Because I still have to do that high-pitched voice for her, so...
Yeah, that too. You put her next to Kakeru and maybe she'll get some maybe she'll get some intimidation points by herself. She's not intimidating at all. I love her. So cute.
Yeah, that's why I said it's weird.
Then Tyra is not the killer?
I mean, I've been trying to say that from the very beginning. But why'd the dying message say maid? Or did we really get the wrong interpretation? It's not just that. Tyra lied. She's still suspect no matter how we continue this.
You are right.
Yeah, she shouldn't have lied. Like, that already makes her suspicious. We have to figure out why she's lying. She could be protecting someone else.
But when that happened, you can't explain the wire trap.
What's going on?
Ah, yes, layers.
Layers. I think my head is a bit weird if this gets twisted anymore. Can we stop this already? No, Teria, we have to figure out what the actual problem is.
Yes. If you want to die, do it. I won't stop you.
The queen enters with the most savage line possible this session. Good god.
Yeah, she has been quiet for like at least 20 minutes. And she comes back
she's
with
just
this.
watching them. The only reason is she's like, okay, you're going in the right direction. I don't have to intervene yet. Okay, let me intervene here because that's the dumbest comment I've ever heard. Fuck, I love her. Yuki doesn't even know what to say to that.
He knows she's right.
Yeah.
Or his head is somewhere else.
True.
It's definitely weird. Apart from being simply contradictory, logically, it just doesn't make sense. When you put it together, it's as if several incidents happened at once. But why? What's missing? It's as if the contradictions don't stop to conclude that Tyra is the culprit, but there doesn't seem to be any different direction in this case. So what is the truth of this case?
If Tyra isn't the culprit, what we've been doing so far, you mean it's all been for nothing?
It's never for nothing, dude.
No, Haru, these details were important.
But if that's the case, then who is the culprit? Who do we vote for?
I can't keep going. We keep hitting dead ends. Even in the midst of all this, Hatano's neck injury must be getting worse.
Well, I don't think you need to worry about it that much anymore.
True.
How does it feel?
How's it feel to die slowly rather than die in execution, my friends?
Mm-hmm.
No, imagine though. Imagine if for like, imagine if you were the murderer. All right, you have a lethal injury, and instead of dying through execution, you're just dying slowly and dragging out the trial in order to getting properly executed. That's what makes sense now. If she injured herself, it might have been to avoid execution and to die on her own terms.
Oof.
But even then, that's going with the thought of I'm not getting out of here. And she still hasn't admitted to any suspicion on herself because no one's brought it up yet. So I'm just like, Ayame, what are you doing?
She's whatever it is, she's going through it.
She is most definitely going through it.
Though I personally probably could never really understand the mindset of a killer, considering that I could never plan a murder.
No, I wouldn't be able to. I don't have it in me to harm another person.
Not intentionally, no.
Bugs, yes. A person, no. I literally start crying if I accidentally step on an animal's tail, okay? I can't hurt a person.
Like, even if it happened, like, accidentally, I would never drag this out. Nah. Nope.
No.
I would be like, I volunteer myself to be executed. Please get it over with.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. Other than Tyra, is there not another suspicious person?
There sure is. And who is that?
Kurokawa.
Oh, wait.
No.
We're putting...
Carrie, no.
We're really doing this now.
Carrie, no. Leave her alone. What? Why Kurokawa?
I mean, it has been long enough that most people would have forgotten at this point.
True. I'm just surprised that Terry is the one who remembered.
Yeah, kind of. I mean...
I love him, but he is not the smartest bulb. He really isn't.
He has a good sense for details, but he doesn't know when to use them.
Yeah! Yes! That is exactly it. She's got nothing to say to that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand it because of the dying message in the wire installation, but Kurokawa suddenly disappeared during the investigation. Isn't she suspicious to anyone?
Looking at it, the broadcast announcing the start of the class trial rang, but we gathered quite late and Monokuma brought her.
Didn't Kinjo mention this? He said that he had main suspects in mind. If Taira, who's been attracting attention as a high-level suspect, is not the culprit, will the other suspect Kurokawa, who is the next suspicious person, naturally be her?
It's
not the best grammar, but it still works.
It's a convoluted sentence.
It is. She has nothing to say to that.
I mean, honestly, I think they... Even if she didn't say anything to her defense, it wouldn't really lead to anything.
Well, that, and she already told Yuki why she was late. So, she's probably like, Yuki will defend me.
Yep, and there he goes. Wait a second. It's true that Kurokawa was late, but she disappeared during the investigation because she wanted to do something.
Yeah, I don't know what this sentence was going for.
It was Kurokawa's discovery that the kitchen knife disappeared from the kitchen. But even if they were investigating, why did she arrive late? I was curious from the start of the trial. I want to know the reason for being late. Even if she's not the culprit.
I do think she owes that explanation, though, to get suspicion off of her. Because
it's a
why
valid
be
feeling.
Late to the trial if... She's like, oh, it's like, why be late to the trial if you are not suspect? So I understand why they're badgering her about it. But homegirl didn't do it.
She absolutely didn't.
Kurokawa, you're not a killer, right?
Please answer us. Don't be so stingy.
I am not the culprit. The reason for being late, I can't tell you now.
So it's something you want to keep hidden from Monokuma? Probably?
Yeah, that's what I think. I think the only reason she's not spilling the beans is because of Monokuma, or there's someone else in this room that she wants to keep it from. It could be both. It could be both, actually.
After the trial, I'll tell you why.
If it was for a good reason, why do you have to hide it? Why can't you tell us? The more you hide it, the more suspicious it gets. That's a face.
That is a sprite. She's like chewing the inside of her cheek like, nah, I really can't say it. You don't understand.
Yeah, she's kinda down. She's
just like,
she's done.
She's just like, guys, please just let me tell you later.
I'm sorry, but trust me, I'm not the killer. Regardless of the reason, isn't it a little too much to say that Kurokawa is the culprit? She doesn't seem to have anything to do with the dying message. It would have been possible to install the wire, however.
No, but there's no other way. This is impossible. She is impossible. It's possibilities. It's all the possibilities again. Who's the killer then? Even if it's a ghost. It's not possible, right?
I think you need to like shut off your brain and then turn it on again.
I'm just like, Teria, little beloved, you are short-circuiting. Just go quiet for a few minutes and try and sort it out in your head.
You really are fools without answers. Shouldn't you be aware of this?
Huh? What do you mean?
What? That's the truth of the case. I told you, didn't I? I said I wouldn't help you people, but once it's a trial with my life at stake, if there's no answer, I'll solve it. So, she ran out of patience.
She sure did. She's like, at this rate, y'all are gonna get me killed. I may as well say something. God. She's not gonna let them live it down, though.
Nope, she won't.
Just like, y'all are so stupid.
So, in other words, you are idiots with no answer to the extent that I have to come out like this.
Listen, the queen is savage. I don't know what to tell you. Of course she's gonna destroy you.
Damn it, Mikado is destroying us! Mikado's attitude is sarcastic, but I think she knows something. Mikado may give us a clue about the situation, which we don't have yet, which we can't overcome alone. When you look at the goals for your reasoning, I can see how small your brains are. Smooth would have been also good, I think.
Yes. Smooth brains, smooth
Yes.
brains.
To put it simply, you are fools who try to solve the same solution without thinking of any other method when no other problem was solved. Thank you for your kind summary description, but what do you yourself know? If the same method doesn't work, you should know how to challenge it with a new method. Understood, child? But what do you mean by new method? It means throwing away stereotypes. Oh my, when it's so quiet, you finally open your mouth, Psycho Police. Is it not a problem if the best young police officer in Japan gets slower answers than a professor? It doesn't matter, but I guess it's all a competition for you. Let's just say it's not. There's nothing to be gained from this charade.
There's something sparkling between you two.
It sure is.
But what's that mean? Stereotypes to throw it away? Did you both find out something?
I'll apologize first. When the trial happened, I was about to be overthrown by the killer because of the misinterpretation of the case. But I deserved it. I was guessing to some extent, but I didn't think the case would be this twisted. It was twisted? It's natural to say you guys made it public. This case is simple. There's a criminal, and a criminal killed the victim. If you try to solve it, there would be contradictions.
Then wait a minute. So this isn't a murder case?
It is, but
It's still a murder case, it's just there's a lot going on.
yes. No, it is a murder. It's clearly malevolent, but do you recall what I mentioned earlier? An ordinary murder case would be difficult to solve if you think of it as a simple step-by-step scenario. While investigating before the trial, I guessed the outline frame, but at that point I couldn't confirm this either. However, as the trial progressed, Tyra's reactions and the dying message being solved, a truth was reached. To be precise, the riddle that has been solved so far was the one that derived from a clue, but...
What's the truth about it?
I mean, honestly, with this translation, if I were the other people in this trial, would also be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
It's very, okay. To put this simply, this crime is not a case where there's one culprit and one victim being mentioned.
What? Not one culprit and not one victim? So you mean there was an accomplice? But didn't Monokuma say that accomplices had no advantage?
No, it's a bit ambiguous to call it an accomplice, but what is certain is that a third party, other than the criminal, was clearly involved.
Third party? Who was it?
You, Tyra.
He's just like, listen, you're not completely clear to suspicion because you're still involved.
Mm-hmm.
So that pokes my funny bone a bit based on things I've said earlier.
Tyra was the third party. Is that different from a culprit or accomplice? For starters, I would like to see it like that. As you guys said, if you're a criminal, then you would have to install the wire trap. But Tyra herself couldn't because of Yamaguchi. He also saw Tyra stand still during that time.
Then Akane no longer needs to be questioned, right?
No.
No, wait a minute. I'm really sorry, but I still don't get it.
Understandable.
It's a pretty wild case, my guy. We've been going in circles around it for like at least 3 episodes now.
Yep.
If Tyra isn't the culprit, I don't know why the dying message points to Maid. And she even lied to us.
That's why I told you. Tyra is a third party in this case.
What?
It's not a culprit.
It's different from an accomplice, but it's obviously a third party who was heavily involved in the case. Maybe she's not even aware of it. The woman's personality is showing her heart on her face. It's proof that the maid lied and wrote the dying message, lying to everyone here.
Oh, so Akane wrote the dying message.
Huh.
She's a convincing actor then if she wrote it, because she did the way she like reacted to it pointing to her was, she must be an incredible actor if that's the case, because what? Like what? Where did that come from? Mekaru, love, where? Please explain for my smooth brain. I need to know.
Yes, please. Uh-oh.
Well, I guess she's right, considering how she's reacting there. Shit, what the hell? That means Akane's a really good actor.
Yes, and this is a face that had been had.
Yes.
It seems by your facial expressions that you don't understand. Okay, before discussing the real criminal, let's begin with a question about it.
Another non-stop debate.
Bum, 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 bum,
This track is catchy, though.
bum, bum, bum.
Secret note,
Oh, the
lighter,
third
white.
flashlight. It's the only thing we haven't talked about, I don't think, other than the secret
Tyra
note.
isn't just a suspect, she's a third party.
I'm not sure what that means.
According to your reasoning, at first glance Tyra Akane looks like the culprit. But for Tyra Akane, to put the wire trap is not possible, so there's a contradiction. In fact, it's okay that your reasoning, in turn, is the correct answer. A rookie mistake! Someone clean up this mess. In the first place, being a third party does not mean there's a third person beside the criminal and the victim. 3 or more people were involved in this case. Yeah.
I like Yuki's little interjects. He sounds like such a squeaky.
Yeah.
The fact that that's Laneuz's voice too, it kind of sends me.
It's cute.
It is cute.
No, Uehara, wait. There was evidence of 3 people involved in this case.
What would that be?
A flashlight, of course. There was one more flashlight.
What do you mean there was one more?
Hatano, that flashlight you were trying to pick up.
Oh, that's why Hatano injured her leg on the wire. That flashlight, right?
Suspicious that Hatano needed that to be explained.
Yeah, I think she was hoping they brushed over the fact that there was another one. Which would make sense if she was the one trying to get rid of the evidence.
Yep.
But what does it mean when you say there was one more?
I think there were some people who haven't seen it, so let me tell you. In the switch room there were 2 broken flashlights. By the way, Maeda, other than those 2, the 3rd flashlight... On the day of the 2nd floor was opened, everyone saw it while investigating, right? It's a dark place where the switch doesn't light up. Without a flashlight, with nothing visible. And the fact that Tomori died there would have been something to do with the switcher, and in that case, she must have brought the flashlight. So one of the 3 flashlights would have to be the one Tomori brought. And if you don't see anything, murder's not possible. It means the killer killed Tomori inside the switcher, so the killer also took a flashlight. So the 2nd flashlight was brought by the killer.
Huh? Hey, wait a minute. So who's the owner of the 3rd flashlight?
That's right, Maeda explained it well. The switch room is not a well-known place, and it's completely dark in there, so naturally you would expect to carry a flashlight in order to go there. Even if I went, I would need my flashlight back once I'm done with my business. There's no reason to leave it behind. Wasn't this the aftermath of a struggle between the criminal and Tomori? One moment is not just by reasoning alone, unless there's a 0% chance that someone forgot it and left it in the past, it wouldn't be clear. I would agree with that if the 3rd flashlight wasn't burning outside.
Yeah.
No, Uehara, there's evidence that all 3 flashlights were involved in the incident. As Kinja said, 2 flashlights were broken and the last one, it was burned. Correct! It's a flashlight before it got caught in the fire. That's the flashlight that was on the scene.
Now you realize? Is there a fool who still doesn't understand? According to your interference, the fact that the case involved 3 people was the adequate basis of this case.
I had no idea.
Did you? I mean, it could be possible that she didn't know. You must not have known. Probably the killer tried to use terror. Did she?
Really? What does that mean?
We've come this far, so I wonder if it's okay to reveal it. I called Tara a 3rd party, but this doesn't mean that you simply witnessed or helped the killer.
What is it then?
How Tara was involved in this incident, by the time everyone might have noticed. Not the culprit, but the executioner. Is it appropriate to call them like that? Yeah, I guess the original culprit and the executioner, yeah.
Yeah, I can see why they do labels like that. I think a better way to translate this would be like, one person isn't the culprit, or like they started to, and then but the other person like gave the finishing blow. Something closer to that, I think, is what they were intending to do.
I think so too.
What's an executioner? No way that fits Tyra stabbing Tamori. I guess she didn't even do it? Nah, he's trying to pin that she gave the finishing blow.
That's right. There's the criminal who killed her breath with a critical hit, but it was probably Tyra who made Tamori moribund?
Is this word hello? Hold on, I want to look up that word. What the fuck is that, Tsurugi?
Moribund.
Point of death. Okay.
Ah.
Yeah, okay. So, fuck, what was his line? He said that she didn't do it, but likely gave the finishing blow, I think is what he's trying to say here, but that's such a scientific term, my guy.
I think he said someone else made the critical hit.
Okay, yeah, then he's trying to say that she didn't do it, I guess. Okay. That's such a like clinical term. Okay, bud.
A clinical term.
As a cop, I can see him using it. As a cop, I can see him using it, but I was just like, huh? I was as thrown as you for a minute. I'm fucking native English speaker. What the hell?
I'm also now confused about using moribund in the same sentence that uses critical hit.
Yeah, I don't understand why you'd need to use both. Like, based off the meaning of the word. Tsurugi, go to school.
Yeah. Maybe read a few not clinical papers.
Yes.
What? That's a lie. Tyra did.
Kinja, wait a minute.
Hey, don't you know what I'm talking about? Tyra Akane, you're also a criminal who committed attempted murder, you bloody bitch.
I knew he would do this! I knew once he figured out that she was involved and tried that he'd, like, basically lay in on her. Good God, Tsurugi, relax. What? Now wait a second. What's this all of a sudden? Hey, is Tyra the executioner?
What's wrong, Kobashikawa? You said you couldn't admit that Tyra wasn't the culprit.
No, rather than being able to admit it, but why did Tyra... Okay, I see why they're using the word executioner here. It's not a great word to use here. What they were trying to say is that Tyra started it.
Ah.
But that's not the word you would use for this. Like... Tyra executed the start of the murder would be how you would phrase that if you wanted to use that word. If you are using the word executioner on its own, it makes it sound like that she is the killer. When really she, yes, attempted, but like, take that word out and put something else there.
Yeah.
Because I was like, the more I read it, and I was like, okay, I see the context clues phrasing they're trying to do here, but different word. Use a different word.
Boy, oh boy. Yeah, I don't know what it means that there's another criminal who inflicted a critical hit, even though she was an executioner in the first place, and I can't believe that Akane did this. If you dishonor Akane without a compelling reason, I cannot forgive you.
That sounds a little gay, Ayame.
Just a little.
Just a little.
That's right. Tyra would never do something like that.
It's starting again. Didn't people say that they can't now just by looking? Oh, you think Akane Tyra is not one to do that, after all. But you just don't know anything about her.
But why don't you tell me why Tyra would stab Tomori to the verge of death?
How that happened? You've already let that go, didn't you? We let her go? You don't mean...
Yes, the evidence that Tyra Akane personally injured Tomori Kizuna is exactly what you suspect. The dying message pointing to the maid, Tyra Akane's suspicious lie. But why wasn't she the culprit of the direct murder? That was also solved by you. Simple, isn't it? That woman didn't have time to install the wire. Had.
She's sweating.
What? Everyone looks like you can't understand. Sorry, but besides this, there is evidence that Akane Tyra committed a murder attempt.
Well, there is other evidence?
No, Kinjo is right. There is evidence I can think of.
Maeda, even you?
Why? I would love to think that, but as Kinjo says, it's all true. I knew it too. If you look at the scene of the incident, there were traces of others who couldn't exist. Traces that were probably left by Tyra. According to the image in my memory, there's one definitive clue. I actually don't know what they are referring to right now.
Let's look at the options.
Spot selection.
It's like I have an idea, but I need to see what options they're gonna give us.
What is spot
could be-
selection?
We can read the explanation because I don't think I've seen the title of this minigame before.
From now on, spot selection will start. Would you like to read an explanation? Yes, please. Spot selection. Images or photos in your memory will begin to appear. Look for the places that contain the answer to the current topic. The method
What?
is simple. A photo or pictures that fit the current topic appears. Aim point in the place where you can find the answer. Take it and select it with the decision key. However, if you have chosen a place other than the one that gives the correct answer in this case, you will lose speech power and start again.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
What the fuck?
Not a good time when I don't know what they want from me.
We'll figure it out.
Good luck and have fun!
Oh! I mean the... Okay. I think I know now. Oh, this is so weird.
Probably
okay, hold on.
this and blood marks at the start?
I think we only get to choose one.
I
would say the blood near the entrance for an intent for murder.
Yeah. Yee.
Ugh! Glad that was right.
Remember what we discussed earlier about why the killer started the fire?
The fire was used to heat the glass window and break it remotely, and to make us think the killer was inside the switchium and smashed the glass to escape, right?
Yeah, and in fact, we almost got caught in a trap and confused our reasoning.
Now we were talking about why Tyra was involved in the case.
Think carefully. If the killer's purpose was to make us think they broke the glass, why is there a blood spot at the entrance?
Mm-hmm.
Bloodstain at the entrance?
Is that so? A bloodstain like walking out of the switchium. That's evidence from a third party that's different from the criminal's intentions.
Was that from a struggle? Maybe it's just Mori's blood.
How far? Nah.
Blood can track, especially if it's a lot of bleeding, and especially if their theory about the fact that she wrote the dying message, she could have walked in it and accidentally tracked some of it because it is messy. Like the dying message is messy, so I can see that. But also, this is weird.
If Tomorrow went out of the switchium while bleeding, the power room outside should have been filled with blood spots, don't you think so? Does that mean the blood spot was after coming out of the switchium because it was dogged in? There were 2 broken flashlights inside the switchium. If they were broken during a struggle, you wouldn't know that blood would splatter in the dark after you stabbed Tomori.
Well, then the blood traces come from Akane? Wait a minute. After the killer attacked Tomori, they could have set off the fire after walking out towards the entrance without knowing that the blood was on it, right? In this way, there's no room for Tyra to intervene.
Inori, I'm sorry, but that's also impossible. The one who killed Tomori by killing her probably didn't splash a drop of blood on their body. The sheet.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, because maybe the real killer used that tool to prevent the blood from bleeding right before they stabbed Tomori. The tool was...
Yeah, that one.
Actually, there was a piece of cloth covered in blood in the corner of the switchium.
Blood?
This is... Right, anyone planning a murder must be concerned about the bleeding. Probably they used it on Tomori without a drop of blood on your own body. If the culprit uses it and murders Tomori, there's no reason for a blood smear on the entrance.
What? Then she really... Are you saying Akane stabbed Tomori?
I must...
That's a blatant yes. Look at her face. Oh man, baby girl, what did you do?
I can't believe it. Why did Tyra do that? Tyra, no matter what you did in the end, there is a separate, real criminal who directly killed Tomori other than you. You're not treated as a real criminal in this trial. If you admit to the crime, you won't be executed. Stuff like this is interesting.
Yeah.
So, tell me with your own mouth, did you really do it, and why?
Sweetie.
You can't...
Just tell him.
You can't avoid it anymore.
I'm sorry. Sorry? Are you sorry? Then it's really true? You guys are right. I'm the one... I stabbed Kizuna!
What?
I'm not particularly sympathetic, but I'm curious. Why did you do that?
Kizuna... No, Tomori... Because she was the human who had no choice but to die. Hello?
That's a statement.
You wanna elaborate?
What are you talking about? It was Tyra herself that most offended Tomori, right?
I'm sorry. It's just in case I was found out. I just made an excuse and got scared. Akane, I need you to elaborate.
Yes, please. That must have been it. Actually, you seem to believe that you were the real culprit.
But I want you to believe this. I never decided to kill and stab Kizuna. But explain what that means as to why.
What happened? Please.
You need to give more detailed food than that.
Yes.
Because right now it makes it sound like you attempted murder.
What does that mean? You didn't stab with murder intention, but after that remark you seem to despise Tomori. Thank you.
You need to explain. You need to explain. Did she try to come after you first? Like, was it self-defense? You gotta explain. Oh, I'll tell you what happens. Let me just give you an explanation. I'm not sure about if Mekaru and Urehara know this, but the day after the motives came out, we all went to persuade Kizuna. Actually, Kizuna was also lonely and tried to convince herself because she knew this deep down. I finally opened my heart to Kizuna and we hugged, and I finally thought we became friends. But that evening, Kizuna had something to talk about, so she called me to the Switchium. I took a flashlight and went there. She was ambushed.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So
not a place.
Kizuna was going to attempt murder.
That's really not a place you invite someone to talk.
Akane, okay. I can see why she would have thought it was fine because she thought they had made up. So she's like, oh, maybe everything's okay now. Maybe she just wants to go somewhere discreet and talk about something where Monokuma wouldn't see us. She probably wasn't completely thinking it through.
Probably.
Kizuna, are you here? Right here, Tyra. Kizuna, I know you wanted to talk about something, but why in such a dark place? Yeah, so no one's coming here with you, right? No, I don't think so. So what did you want to talk about?
Girl.
That statement she just made should have been your first sign to turn around and leave.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. I'm too scared now. Scared? Why? You know the motives given by Monokuma, remember? Our secrets are written there. It seems like you threw it all away, but I got no clue whose I stumbled upon in the trash. Someone's secret. Do you want to see? First, look at the contents. What is this?
Please tell us what was on the paper.
I want to know what's on the note, Akane. I swear to God.
Don't leave it as a chapter 6 reveal, please.
I swear to God, Akane.
I will die.
Rina, not yet. We have so much more to do. Yuki Maeda may actually know the identity of the mastermind?
Okay, I didn't expect that.
Me either.
Huh.
Well? What?
New track.
Yeah.
Huh?
He's so confused!
Maida, is that true? No, I'm just a normal student.
New sprite?
Yep.
You're not lying, right? You're not actually playing with us while you know about them, do you?
Stop it! Now is not the time to reproach each other.
Yeah, the message is surprising, but it's urgent that we hear Tyra's testimony. Tyra, resume at once.
Okay. I can't trust you, Kun, as long as I see that. It's not that. Knowing the mastermind. It might play with us and try to kill us later. No, Maida wouldn't do that. False. You don't know people just by looking at them. Mitch did the same. Remember? Then what do you want to do? Even if you tell the others. No, that's not the case. Then... we can kill him with our own hands.
Ooh.
Okay, I can see why Akane would stab her now.
Yes.
Because she is really into him. And she doesn't want anything happening to him.
That's also why Akane said that she had to die.
Yeah, makes perfect sense now. What? The reason I called you is actually this. Aren't you close to him? Wouldn't you be able to take him out?
Go.
That's malicious.
Yes.
That's premeditated murder, Kizuna.
And
What?
like...
And this is all based on a speculation of if the note is even true.
And that's also
Which she would think it would be, because all the other ones that were admitted so far were. So, yeah, I can see why she'd think this, but I confront him first.
And also, because of the rules after killing someone, this is basically Kizuna asking Akane to die for her.
Yeah, it is. Oh my god! Oh, I don't like her now.
I mean, I guess my like has shot up in another way.
Understandable, she's awful.
Absolutely.
You know what you're talking about, right? Listen, I have a good idea. If you can only help me, otherwise I'll have to kill him myself. Without being noticed by someone. First of all, I brought the preparations, the fuse, the lighter, and finally, this knife. Once you pick up Yuki and call him somewhere, I'll stab him with the knife. Okay, so she intended to do it. By getting to Yuki through someone he trusted. Akane wouldn't go along with it though. There's no way. She's too into him.
Good on Akane to eliminate the threat to her man, though.
What a woman's willing to do for the man she loves.
You should never test that.
Nah, don't ever test that type of devotion. It's not gonna end well for you. I'm not talking about that. I asked if you were serious. If you kill, you'll die in a trial. That's when the killer is stupidly caught. Did you forget the only way out? This is the only way to get out?
You're again asking Akane to die.
The only way to get out from here is to murder someone. So first, help me. If my murder is successful, I'll help you. What do you think? Let's get out of here. Together. She knows full well that if she wins, Akane dies anyway. You can see that based on her expression.
Yeah, this is not an expression that says Yeah, we can easily get out together if we both kill someone. Yay!
And she's going with this on the possibility that Akane is, one, willing to go after Yuki like that, and two, gullible enough to believe her.
Yep.
Gaslight gatekeep girl boss, I guess, but why?
Not gonna lie, I like her a lot better now. I like evil women.
Yeah, that's true. I won't lie, she's well written. Like, good god, but I'm just like, damn, honey, what the fuck? Are you crazy? Why would I want to murder? What? Don't you want to get out of here? I want to get out, yeah, but doing that at an expense at another person's life? That's it then. I'm the only one who wants to go outside more than anyone else here. I'm not a human being who will rot away in this place. Why should I? A bright future awaits me once I get out of here. Actually, I got everything ready after those 2 days from the previous class trial. Oh, she's been thinking about this for a while!
Yep. Just waiting.
Waiting for an opportunity and someone to do it to. My god, she's conniving!
She sure is.
I also brought these tools earlier today. I'm going to kill this traitor. Wouldn't be less guilty to kill a bad guy, would it?
You don't know that.
She's going off of speculation.
Jeez.
You better think hard about it, and then join me here. What are you saying? Being prepared for a murder since the second day? And you didn't open up to us at all. Oh my god, this stupid bitch! Of course I was acting!
Akane is very valid for taking a stab at this.
That took me the fuck out! Oh my god!
I fully understand her saying that she had to die. She would have caused someone else's death sooner or later anyway.
It's like, if not Yuki, she would have gone for someone else. Yeah, I can see it, but oh my god. Do you really think I'm gonna go and fall for that crappy event?
You realize who you are talking to?
The person who vouched up and down for you, too. Like, that's, you're biting the hand that fed you.
Absolutely.
I can't. Alright, so you just do what I tell you to do. Know that you were lucky that I chose you. Please bring Yuki here by tomorrow morning.
Jesus Christ.
No, I won't do this. Why should I help you murder him? And I can't believe that Maida is such an evil person. That's obviously Monokuma's lie. Anyway, I'm not going to help you. And Kizuna, please wake up and don't do this. If you're here with us, I'm sure we can find another way out. Oh, okay. You... What? Well, I didn't expect you to cooperate from the start with the murder, because you didn't... I have to change the target as I thought. She had intended to kill Akane from the start.
Yep.
I figured that she was trying to work her up right to. She's awful.
Truly malicious.
Oh, I really appreciate her writing. She gives me fucking Ash Bradley vibes. Jesus fucking Christ.
Kinda, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god. What are you? Yep.
Ooh.
That's a CG. Hey, Kizuna! You dodged it. Why are you doing this, Kizuna? Why are you asking? I'm trying to kill you. Kizuna?
Akane is Dodge Master.
She's fit. She's been training with Ayame. She's fine. You already knew I was going to kill, remember? I can't keep you alive. It's a pity that you can't kill Yuki Maeda. But it doesn't matter if you can't get out of here. Someone save me!
Is that true? Tomori tried to kill Akane first?
Even so, before the motives came out, she just made up her mind to kill someone, and all the appearances she showed us were an act? That doesn't surprise me, she's a cheerleader.
Evil cheerleader
Not to
trope.
lay out the bias, my friends, but if you have ever met head cheerleaders at a high school, especially in the USA, this is not a shocking turn of events.
So
It's really not.
So all the movies are right.
They get pretty close. It's usually more subtle, or like more behind closed doors, but yeah, it's pretty close.
Boy.
That's normally why I never hung out with any of the sport types, because some jocks are just, especially some of the femme jocks, they're mean. They're mean, stuck up, really entitled. No thanks. Again, I'm not saying everybody, but a good chunk of them that I've met are. Yeah, Tomori was that kind of person.
So, you felt in danger because your own life was in danger and attacked Tomori in self-defense.
No, that's not right. Listen, I didn't really intend to stab Tomori in self-defense or any of the sorts.
Then why did you?
Tomori ran to kill you. What happened after that?
I noticed that Kizuna was serious, and I was too scared. I tried to run for it. Then I was pushed down by Kizuna and fell over. Oh, she got stabbed during the struggle. I see where this is going. And I tried to resist somehow, and the flashlights we were holding broke each other. Okay, so during the struggle, she ended up getting stabbed in the dark. I feel like it's going to be a thing where, like, during the struggle, Akane ends up, like, falling on her and the knife falls into her stomach.
Yeah.
Very low chances of that happening, but it can.
Also, video game.
Video game. Anything can happen in video game.
Yep. That was when the 2 broken flashlights were broken in the switchium.
I couldn't see anything because of the flashlight getting broken. And I was right next to Kizuna with the knife. I was really scared. And I tried to resist with my whole body. Honestly, I think it was just pure luck that I didn't get hit by the knife. Either way, suddenly Kizuna at one point became really quiet. And that's when I took my chance to get out of the switchium. Okay, so she did fall on her and she did get stabbed. That makes more sense, because she had no idea that Kizuna was stabbed.
You got out?
Okay. You stabbed Tomori Kizuna while resisting without knowing it.
when I looked at my hands in a brighter place, I saw a lot of blood. There's a lot of red on my clothes. That's why she was in the laundry room for so long. She was trying to get the blood out.
Yep.
It wasn't the oil. I was panicked. I didn't look behind me. I got out of the power room and ran to the bathroom to wipe the blood off. So that's what happened? I was wiping it with the water until the smell of blood was washed away. But then the announcement came, and I thought Kizuna was the one whom I stabbed and was found, so my vision started to go. After that, when I went to the power room, there was a fire for some reason, and the switchium was all messed up. So she had no idea about the events following. So the fire didn't happen during their struggle. It happened. What the fuck did Ayame do?
A lot, apparently.
That's so many extra steps. Because if it was just Kizuna attempting to murder Akane, a struggle happening, and then basically Akane falling on the knife handle to stab Kizuna, then what the fuck was with the fire? In the glass is obviously from the temperature. We covered that, but what the fuck else happens? Ayame, the hell?
A lot. She did a shit ton.
Well, the game makes a bit of sense then, huh?
Huh. Other than yourself, was there someone else who touched the scene of the crime? Did you think it was you who killed her?
That's not it. What happened was...
So that's how the events are connected.
This is all I know about the case. I never meant to stab Kizuna with evil intentions.
Whatever the reason, good or bad. Once you look at the results, there are Taira Akane stabbed Tomori Kizuna. This is a fact, and you are an asshole.
He is a jackass! I was about to lay in on him like, buddy, it was dark and she fell on the knife. How does that count as stabbing her with intent? Hello? Hello? Is she supposed to contract night vision during a life or death situation? Like, with fight or flight? Are you... What? Take his badge away. Take it away.
Black, white
Someone
mentality.
take away his fucking badge. Someone take away his badge. I'm tired of him.
You cannot change its meaning for whatever reason you might say. You are an asshole.
But you said I wasn't the culprit.
Yes, you just stabbed her, like I said. There's another killer who caused the fire and the final blow. If the trial is settled safely, it will be the real criminal, not you, who's going to be executed. So your sins will be laid aside after the trial is over. Sins, fuck you.
Oh my god, he is so angry. Tsurugi, cool off, my guy. She didn't even try to hurt her, dude.
God, this is not the cop you want to show up when you defended yourself for whatever reason.
Yeah, self-defense. Hello? 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 Have you heard of self-defense? That wasn't even what happened here. It was a complete fucking accident. He's overreacting over an accident.
Don't think you'll just get over it.
Now, wait a second. It's still an accident, wasn't it? Besides, if Tomori hadn't have been stabbed, then Taira would have died.
That's right, don't be too forceful with them. Taira herself is more distressed than anyone else.
I'm sorry.
Hey, second to the fact that it was a crime or forced assault, this trial isn't over yet, right? Now that we know the case, we need to find the true culprit, so let's not get too excited. You children?
I think I know how she was saying that line. So let's not get too excited yet, children.
like a teacher.
like a teacher. Yeah, she was being really degrading there, but that was really funny. she was treating them like her fucking students. Oh, I love her. She's such a bitch.
It was kind of endearing though too.
Yeah, no, that was really cute.
Fine, let's talk about that later, because the trial is the most important thing right now.
Akane, don't blame yourself too much, because in the end you survived. For the most part, I think it's the best outcome that Akane lived. I mean, isn't it important to be alive?
Meaningful words. For someone who won't live for long.
True. Ayame.
I wonder how much Ayame really caught of that. I mean...
Oh, like the struggle in the fight?
Yeah, I mean, normally, if she hadn't noticed anything, then I don't see her as the type of person to just, okay, time to do the finish blow.
Yeah, I would imagine that Akane would have had to, Ayame would have had to seen part of what happened or caught, like, Akane screaming. And put the pieces together, because I don't see Ayame just up and going and doing this without having some context to the situation.
Or she understood the dying message.
I'm not sure yet.
Yes, we'll see.
Thank you.
Now then, let's organize the case based on Tyra's words. Tomori tried to plan a killing a few days ago, and she called Tyra to the switch room to plan her crime with her, and then tried to kill Tyra in the process. But her plan failed. She died. This is the whole story of the case.
Hey, you stay still. There's a bit of a mental ferocity in there.
Now then, let's do a little summary. First, the number of people involved in this case are 3. One is the victim, Kizuna Tomori. The next person is a criminal who has not yet been identified. And the last one is a third party, Tyra Akane. Tomori, who wanted to leave here as soon as possible, planned a murder, before even the motives came out. Her rebellion was just an excuse for Tomori, and for the first time she attempted to make Tyra join forces in this crime. If Tomori worked with someone, it would have been easy for her to escape, but Tyra refused. As expected, she tried to get rid of Tyra, the one who heard her plan, and she tried to get rid of the one who heard her plan, and also to leave no traces behind.
However, the attack missed, and in return there was stabbing where the knife ended up stabbing Tomori while tangled up in the dark. Tyra was surprised that she stabbed her, and then she ran to the bathroom.
Oh, she participated.
But then she heard the announcement that the body was found. She went back to the power room, and there were things like the fire that she hadn't even done, so Akane was confused at that time.
So then, in the end, the killer made use of Tyra's talent and put the blame on her in order to make us vote for her? Oh, wow. I hope that's not it, but it seems pretty likely. Yeah, there were 3 people involved, so this case was so complicated as is. By the way, no matter what happened this far, this would mean that she's not the culprit of this case, right? But then, who's the real culprit?
The true culprit's identity.
Ah! Hiranami, what is it? Did you figure something out? Nope. It's just amazing that Kurokawa is just very active in participating in the conversation.
Late
Are you
reaction.
serious?
I have to say, there are already hints about the real culprit.
What? Who is it?
Sorry, I know how he's gonna clap back if he knows. I have an idea of how he's gonna fucking answer that, and I was right.
Gee, oh my.
Oh man, I really wonder who it is. Couldn't be the person who keeps asking questions about the evidence that is obvious.
Yep.
Oh, he's gonna take me out.
Really? Who is it? Yuki, like, what? Why are you doing this? Why are you suddenly being an asshole?
Cause he's mad that he can't pin Akane.
Yep.
That's the only reason I can think why he's being a dick right now.
In general, there's no one who does not have a noticeable alibi other than Tyra. In other words, it is possible for anyone to commit the crime. However, there's only one of us who has led all the situations to their advantage. Yes, and very precisely, may I add.
Is there someone like that? Who on earth?
Surely it's not Tyra.
Of course not. There's someone who has taken advantage of the circumstances of the case with too ridiculous timing. That it could be simply coincidence at first glance. But think about it. The fire was not caused by Tyra. Then obviously the real culprit set the fire. But don't you think there's something amiss? When you leave a fire, the corpse would need to be burned, and you don't know when it would be found. It makes sense for the one who laid the fire to call out to the others first.
Yes.
This is, by the way, also a thing that sometimes happens with corrupt firefighters.
What?
Yeah, if there are
I don't like that information. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know that because my father is a volunteer firefighter, so I pretty much grew up with them. And sometimes there are firefighters who, like, when they feel real insecure and want to get, like, praised and stuff for the work they do, they may lay a fire, then be the first on the scene and expect praise to be the first.
No!
That's an actual thing, which is why whenever there's
imagine being a firefighter who commits arson.
Yeah, that's actually why whenever there's an arson, one of the first people the police suspect is the firefighter who was there first.
Oh, no! That's so bad!
So yeah, I may like firefighters a lot more than police, but it's not like they are all innocent sheeps.
There's not... I see.
Bad people exist everywhere.
God. How can you be someone in a field that helps people and be like that? Come on. I don't understand humans.
Good question. I have no idea what goes through their mind, really.
Jesus God.
But Hatano actually found it. Yes, Hatano found it. Well, if that's the case, the wire matters too. Even if you install a wire trap as bait for a burnt flashlight in a corner, there's a possibility that no one will find it, and it could end up as just being there, right? But it didn't because... Huh. Isn't that something a little weird? Why does the sightning between the fire and the wire have in common? If you think about it, you will see the answer. Boy, oh boy!
Ayame pointed out both.
Yes.
I knew it! She set up the wire trap to injure herself!
Yep.
Ayame, why?
Good question.
She wanted to target herself to take all suspicion off of her. God!
The person who led all situations to their own advantage, the person who led the case so they could solve it on their own accord. There's only one person in doubt. They are strong enough to instigate most of the incident. The first time they noticed the fire and the wire trap. No, why? I have to stop thinking about that. The main thing is that they did it. Okay. If you don't find out the truth, then we will all die.
God. Ayame, what the fuck?
I'm still impressed that we sussed it out so early.
So early? Yeah. No, I was just like, this case had to have traded hands. There's no reason to stab in the stomach and then in the neck. If you were stabbing to kill, you would have gone for the neck.
As Kinjo says, there was only one person, someone who could move the situation to their advantage. That person is Hatano, you.
She's shocked that she got found out.
Shocked Pikachu face.
Surprise Pikachu face.
Oh. God damn it.
No, you're right. The both words work. It's just the meme title is surprise Pikachu face.
Damn it. I ruined my joke.
No, you're good. What? No, what are you?
Maeda, did you get tired? The culprit was the one who hurt Hatano's leg. That's where she got you.
Yeah. She did it to herself.
But what if Hatano's the culprit? Was she aiming at her own leg? Nonsense. It would be more reliable to say that I'm the crazy one. Alright.
Takeru, I really love you.
Hey.
That is quite true.
Please don't mess with me, Maeda. No matter what, Ayame being the culprit is...
And that's right. Kinjo didn't stand still. Kinjo, don't stand still and say something. Maeda seems to be losing it now.
No. The reason Kinjo's not interjecting is because he's right.
Yep. No, that incompetent made a very precise reasoning, don't you agree? The culprit is Ayame Hatano. She must be. I'm not exactly denying it, but I don't have a clear picture. Can you at least clarify why you believe so? It's because of a few reasons Hatano is suspect. The true culprit of this case is not a stranger to any of us. The reason is because Tyra started the incident, and the killer was only a light maneuver in the scene. All of her alibis were also in the dark, and there was contradictions that no matter who you put as a killer. That's why Hatano's actions were even more unnatural. And she isn't saying anything for a while now.
She is either thinking of a rebuttal or she sees no reason to deny anything.
Yep, especially, I mean, I read that it's actually the more natural response to, like, freak out when you get falsely accused. So whenever people say that someone is reacting too defensively when they are accused of something, it's actually because that's the normal response when you're falsely accused.
Why does everyone think the opposite then?
I don't know, but it is actually psychological. the normal response to freak out. The people
God.
who are more likely to actually, like, having done the thing, they actually are always very calm and just are like, yeah, that doesn't bother me anyway, kind of attitude.
What? That's nutty.
It kind of is.
That means you came to terms with your actions, or that they just don't bug you.
I would say that if you did something and regretted it, you probably would confess pretty quickly.
I see.
But someone who did something
Food
wrong,
for thought.
but, well, isn't regretting it, of course they would be like, yeah, whatever, I don't care what you think.
I'd imagine if Tamori was on the stand, she'd just be like, yeah, whatever. It was me.
Yeah, that I can see that.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
The killer made an alibi trick by building a fire and finishing Tomori herself, in which Tyra couldn't. Until here, everyone understands, right? Then here. Who was the first to discover the fire? Who do you think?
That was... Tano. But there's no way to call someone a culprit with just that!
You shut up, secondhand killer.
I'm gonna strangle you, Tsurugi!
I would be
I'm
mad,
gonna put a pillow over your face and smother the hell out of you. Shut up! Leave her alone.
I would be mad about this if secondhand killer wasn't such a funny phrase.
It is a funny phrase, but I want him to shut up. I want him to stop bullying Akane.
Oh, their relationship will be interesting from now on.
Oh my god, they're gonna butt heads so much and I'm looking forward to it.
It's not just that. And even though the corpse was found, the killer installed a wire trap as if aiming at someone. And who was the person who discovered this first?
That was also... Atano too. She's not denying anything, guys!
Yeah, she's just like, yeah.
She's just like, yeah, I suss it out, and then I'll talk when you're fucking done, I guess.
Yeah, this is very much the behavior of someone who did it.
Yeah.
Let's think. At best, she made an alibi trick if someone else found it first. There would be too many dangerous variables. But if you set a fire, you can create the best situation you want. Are you referring to the situation where the criminal himself is putting out the fire with other people? That's right, because the original purpose of the killer's fire was to break the glass and heat it to make someone think that a person escaped. Yeah.
But Akane was already gone. So that's why. Because she wanted the illusion of that. Wow! She really thought that through!
She really did.
That was fucking red herring evidence!
If the killer was with other people in that situation, they would have their own alibi. Well, it's a crappy trick, so I didn't even doubt it from the beginning. In addition, Hatano would have had enough time to install the wire. Listening to Tyra's story, Tomori brought all the tools, so you can use them in the arms of the dead Tomori.
No, but... Ayame...
Well, there must be something wrong with this. I mean, could be a coincidence. Hatano is the culprit, just like that?
Why is the person who was picked up being silent while the others are noisy? Now directly calling it out. Hey, why are you being quiet? Are you exercising your right to remain silent? Or do you think this is a joke?
It's just that it's so absurd that you left me speechless.
Sweetie, don't do this.
I'm still standing here and I'm being treated as a criminal.
I mean, this isn't funny, Ayame. You can't be the culprits.
Oh, anything to object then?
Of course. You don't seem to realize it yet. I'll tell you why I can't be the killer.
What?
Hui hui hui. Medical
Ma'am,
result,
what?
secret note, wire trap, burned fuse line. Ooh. I don't actually...
Is she going to try and use her leg injury as
Could be.
evidence that she couldn't?
Okay, it looks like you guys are missing one thing in particular. Tomori's time of death. Do you remember it?
Time of death? Was it not specified in the Monokuma file?
Ah, correct. 9:30 p.m. It said around that time, right?
Huh? Isn't that weird?
Yeah, around 9:30 p.m. I was putting the fire with Kinjo and the others.
Accurately, that's true.
So what happened?
Tomoe might have told someone to meet at 9. She was stabbed and... Yeah, no.
At that time, she was still dead. I didn't see anyone. I can't be the culprit.
Yeah, right.
I think you're supposed to use the medical result on
Yeah,
that
probably.
on that statement.
If Tomori's death was definitely 9:30 p.m., then Hatano has an alibi. But there's something unnatural about it. If Tomori really died at that time, the crime would be impossible for anyone. Even so, the Monokuma file doesn't tell lies. So let's think of the arrangement. She reminds me of what's been said before. If I think about her words, the secret behind Tomori's unnatural time of death will be solved. I mean, she didn't have to, like, put the knife in her throat immediately, you know? She could have waited until the last second. Which would have been really cruel, but...
I mean, remember what I said earlier where, like, with all the commotion and putting out the fire, while people aren't paying attention, she probably could have just moved the knife to her neck.
Yeah.
That's seeming more and more likely with how it's talking about the timing. This is whack!
It sure is.
This case is fucking insane.
Absolutely. And Ayame is also a lot more doing stuff than I thought.
I didn't expect her to protest this much. Like at all. I thought she was just gonna accept it, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
Hatano, is that really so?
What?
Is this your opinion, Hatano? Because the time of death is 9:30. The culprit killed Tomori by stabbing Tomori at 9:30.
Of course, Tomori's death is a stabbed neck. As a reminder, it must have been instant death at the moment.
But that's not the case.
Huh?
Even if you argue that Hatano's words are true at first glance, after putting some consideration around the circumstances at the time, the killer was already not inside the switchium. Maida's right, you have no choice but to. This is a problem you solved earlier, right? From the time the fire started to ignite, Tomori must have been stabbed by a knife. Yeah, otherwise the alibi trick of breaking a window remotely would be meaningless. But then, what happened to Tomori's time of death? No matter how you think about it, Tomori's death at 9:30, it makes no sense. Everyone, listen carefully. From here on out, the reasoning behind this is a little mixed, meaning perhaps Tomori, before Hatano discovered the fire, may have been already around 9 o'clock with a knife in her neck. Who?
So I was right, drowned in her own blood because of the blood flowing into the trachea, which that would take a little bit of time. And Inori said there was a lot of blood. So that would come from the neck wound, not the stomach wound.
Yeah.
But you can bleed a lot from both spots, actually. But like I mentioned before, neck, stab, fountain, delayed fountain. But yeah. What?
Super grotesque.
That's far-fetched, Maida. Are you really thinking about that? Are you able to prove that a human being can live for 30 minutes with a throat pierced? I don't really believe it either, but I'm not saying this for no reason. There's evidence that Tomori survived that long. The first thing I came to think of this was because of Inori, so thanks a lot.
Me?
That was when Inori was investigating, wasn't it? Remember what you said to me after examining Tomori's body?
What should I say? It's a terrible amount of bleeding. Humans die of excessive bleeding when about 1/3 of the blood volume flows out, but this is not about 1/3 as you can see. It's amazing that even this amount of blood came out. The wound of the neck is definitely fatal, but it should have coagulated to some extent, and the amount of bleeding should have gradually decreased after the heart stops beating.
That means you are saying that something else produced the mass bleeding?
No, I cannot confirm this with my own opinion. It is rare, but if your blood pressure is strong, then the amount of bleeding increases. Not much I know for sure. To put it simply, there are individual differences. Well, having a lot of bleeding in here means it took quite a while before death. Thanks to this, Tomori must have died in a very terrible pain.
Can you imagine 30 minutes?
30 minutes with a knife in your throat, with a lot of bleeding, and slowly drowning in your own blood.
Ugh.
The gargling sounds are probably what's getting me the worst about that mental image, but yeah.
I do not want to imagine.
Yeah.
Think about it. At around 9:30, Tomori just had a stabbed by a knife in her neck. If she died, then, when we found it, the blood would have not been spread out. Of course, when we discovered it, there was still a little bleeding, but most of it started to harden, and it's unnatural to say that that there was much blood flowing out after 9:30.
That makes sense, but... Maida, did you forget? Tomori's wound is not just the neck. Could it flowed out of the stomach wound?
Of course it's possible, but there's another proof that says she's been alive for a long time after being stabbed by the neck. If Tomori died in a blow as soon as the throat was pierced, there was a sign that it should never be there. Ah, because Tomori knew who the real killer was, who killed them other than Tyra. Such a marker was written by them. Ah, Tomori wrote the
So
X.
she did modify the dying message by herself.
Another proof that Tomori was alive is persistent will to survive.
God.
The reason is because of the dying message.
Dying message? Didn't that story end earlier, pointing to the maiden word and all that?
Yes, but when I came back to it, I could see something I didn't see before. There was a big X after the word maid. That meaning is correct, as we guessed before, not the maid. Come to think of it, was it written by Tomori? I thought Tyra wrote it as a self-act. It was the reason we found in the dying message.
I mentioned this before, but after seeing the blood, I just went to the bathroom right away. I couldn't afford to think about that.
Yeah, it's not Tyra. It was likely the former idea. Tomori wrote the word maid in her own blood to let us know. If that's the case, why is there an X next to it?
It wasn't the criminal's own doing, but the reason the victim herself adds an X and writes not the maid.
Ah, I see. She tried to correct the dying message as she wrote maid because there was another person who stabbed her neck while she was writing the letters. Yes. If Tomori died immediately as soon as her throat was cut, there wouldn't be a correction of the dying message, as she would have been left out of strength to master. But even after being stabbed in the neck, her will to live was still strong, being able to correct the message with all her strength, while holding a knife in her throat. How Tomori had a cut throat and was alive, that much I don't know. But the things I said now prove that Tomori was still alive, under these conditions. Well, well.
She's been had.
Therefore, even if Tomori's time of death was 9:30 PM, there's no evidence that you can say that you are incapable of committing this crime.
Well,
It can't be. This is a lie.
Ayame? Really, this is such a ridiculous story about being alive with a stabbed neck, right? Oh boy. Ayame, please say something!
It's hard to believe, but humans are creatures that sometimes achieve phenomena beyond what happens sometimes even in terror scenes. Nothing strange at all.
So Tsurugi's used to this shit.
Apparently.
What? Then... Tano, are you really the culprit?
I don't know why Hatano did this. If my reasoning was wrong, it would be really weird, but there are many situations. The more I think of Hatano as the culprit, the more it fits. Hatano, let me hear it from your own voice. The truth. No!
Not a baby, no! She's so short, I love her little cut-in. Baby, why? You gotta let it go!
Okay, first time, do not touch the stupid weak point. Let it go, all the way through.
Well, we don't know. That might be like a one-time thing. It could be that, like, different ones could be right. So, I do have the answer, don't worry about it.
At least that.
Wait, I can't tolerate that Hatano is the culprit. It's unacceptable.
Inori, I know it's hard to believe. I can't believe it either, but if you look at Hatano's actions, you can only say that it's so suspicious that everything in her favor goes away.
She's not suspicious. There's a reason it wasn't suspicious. I'll let you know why Hatano is not the culprit.
She still is, but I'll hear you out, Kanata baby.
But flashlight, Inori's autopsy, Hatano's injury. Oh, interesting.
I think it's the injury. None of the other ones make sense. I would let that one go.
Hatano was unfortunately...
That one.
Meh.
It's okay.
but I had progress right now, so do I need to get pushed back again? Okay.
You probably do, yeah.
No matter how you use a flashlight, finding one in that short time, it's weird too. I have no idea what you guys are arguing about, I cannot read that fast. Push me back, please.
She's arguing that basically there's
dying.
no reason for her to... She's arguing that there's no reason for her to be the culprit because why would she injure herself?
Ah. Is it really a coincidence that Hatano injured her leg? But if Hatano was the culprit, as Inori says, Hatano would aim for her own leg. The reason is, I don't really know, but aside from reason, I'm sure the wire trap was only meant for Hatano and no one else. The evidence is the one Inori herself told me. Consider the situation where the wire trap hurt Hatano again.
It is Hatano's injury at Hatano was unfortunately caught against her will.
Revenge!
Revenge! Revenge to Tiny Queen.
Alright, and it was her injury.
Injury on Hatano was unfortunately caught against her will. That is the statement you need to hit. So it's the second highlighted one, not the first one.
Go away. I'm being careful. Just
why is it not doing the hitbox? Hello? There we go. Fine. The counter was executed. I don't care. We didn't lose any health there. The hitbox on that is jank as hell.
Yes.
Where is it? Like, where is it? Do you have to hit right in the center? What the fuck is that?
I do not know.
What?
Inori, I'm sorry, but there's another evidence that Hatano is the culprit. Inori's argument is clear. The culprit wouldn't hurt themselves, right?
Of course, isn't it? If you are a killer, you are not supposed to aim at yourself.
What if it was calculated to induce that thought?
What?
Hook, line, and sinker. What are you talking about, Maida? Surely you don't mean...
If you are a criminal, you can never hurt yourself. What if you're doing a self-play to deliberately draw out that thought? Otherwise, there's no gain for a killer to install the wire. They end up murdering and finishing the process, but after that, they installed a wire aimed at someone. It only adds suspicion. There's no benefit for it for the killer.
Maybe there was a reason to put it there, isn't there?
That's right. I'm sure there is. That's why Ayame is not the culprit, and...
That's not the only thing. Even if the killer had some reason, they installed wires to target someone. Even so, how exactly do you intend to cut the leg tendon? Our stride length and calf size are always different.
That's...
Hey, cutting the tendon may not have been the purpose. Ayame suffered a fatal injury because of bad luck.
Then what was
Sweetie.
the purpose?
Sweetie, what was the purpose then?
If that's the case, I wouldn't install the wire. You don't need to use wires to risk your future.
But then, I was aiming at Ayame from the start, so I installed the wire exactly in that position. No,
Yeah,
honey.
right.
Yeah, I was aiming for Ayame's tendon. Honey, no. We've already proven you couldn't have done it.
How do you know that? It's difficult to know the position of a tendon without prior knowledge, but if you install it while calculating the trap to trip over. The only one of us who has the knowledge is a surgeon, Inori. Her own legs at the same time who knows more about muscles of athletes than Hatano herself. Bah, this sentence. Who would know more about the muscles of athletes and her own legs than Hatano herself?
Nothing to say.
That she can't be.
Inori, Hatano was never caught in a trap because of bad luck. Because she was caught in a trap she herself installed. She was able to produce such a perfect tendon cut by not an accident. Yeah, that was pretty good.
A compliment from the queen herself, Go Yuki!
He deserved it.
Yes.
It's really her.
Why did Hatano...
Well, I'm the one who saw Hatano's wound. I can't believe that she made a wound so full of evil intention.
Ayame can't be the culprit. I'd rather be the culprit even if I'm executed only for Ayame. That's so gay, Akane.
Yes, kind of. I can't believe it either. I wish it was all a lie. I wish it was just dreams. I wished my reasoning had been turned into a mess and I had woken up from this nightmare. Is this how everything ends up? You can see it like that. Overall, I have the same opinion as Maida, but I want to hear at least a confession from her mouth. Because I have to make sure.
Well, it's too late to argue at this point.
Ayame Hatano, can I take your vote of silence as affirmation of your crime and end this already? Girl, you gotta say something.
Wait, not Ayame! It can't be her! After all, it was me who stabbed Tamori! I'm the one who gets executed! No, honey. That only accounts for one stab. And that was accidental. I'd rather do that! Ayame is innocent!
Akane doesn't have to be executed.
Ayame?
And, of course, not me either.
Honey, what the fuck are you talking about? Ayame!
I mean, we still have to do the panic talk action stuff.
Yeah.
Though in this case, it's more like panic FPS.
Yep.
Going to try last act, huh?
It's not that. I just want to survive with Akane and leave this place.
How?
That's pretty charged. That's pretty charged.
That's it.
Your crime is already logical and there's nothing out of place. Do you think simple force will work?
I am not convinced. If I'm the culprit, you haven't proved it without a doubt yet. Isn't a trial supposed to be won? After you convince the criminal to admit their defeat? It doesn't have to be, though.
You fool.
What are you
I made such a face when she said that, though.
Yeah.
I made such a face when I always said that, though.
Girl, you have a jury here. Your confession ain't meaning shit here.
Yeah, I know, I'm like, buddy.
What are you going to do? Does anyone know any evidence to satisfy this killer who talks like that?
It doesn't matter if I tell you, but
Would it be less fun?
What a slacker. It's a trial, and you have to take it seriously, I tell ya. Teria. Go in timeout. Curl up like curl up at your stand, just on the floor. That's your timeout spot.
It's all over anyway. I can just play around while watching this futile struggle.
But there's no mystery to solve anymore. What are you planning to do now? Even if you say that, Ayame's words assume what if. Ayame is not saying they're the culprits.
No, nevertheless, it's hard.
Okay, let's reorganize the case from the beginning. Then we may notice if something was missing. Let's go hear it.
Go! Where are we going? Stay still, you crazy big guy! I had a feeling at some point Terria would start poking people for their height because he's so tiny. And seeing it's just really funny.
He had to.
Yeah.
One more. The definitive proof to convince Hatano. I think there's something left. If Hatano's convinced by saying that, if she's convinced, how should I react? If Hatano's the culprit, should I just accept it? Even so, I have no choice but to do it as long as I've come to this point. And then, show her the proof of her crime. Oh, already? I was wondering whether we get the summary first.
I think we're getting this and then the summary.
Read tutorial for IQ+.
Deny its existence and proceed! Please, we know how to do this!
I mean, who knows if the controls changed again, so I gotta.
That's true, but it's so funny. Deny its existence and proceed. I'm using that line somewhere at some point. That's so fucking funny.
It's a good line. Terminating talk shooting is a game that offsets the accusation of the opponent. You can only present conclusive evidence so that no more excuses are made of. When the speech bubbles of the opponent remark appear, move the crosshair and push the decision key to destroy it. If it's not destroyed, it damages the player and disappears after a certain amount of time. At the top of the bubble, an icon representing the opponent is displayed, and the number of icons is the health of the bubble. Also, your bullets, not bubbles. Bullets have to be reloaded from time to time. Use Shift key. Alright, seems to be the same. Each time you destroy the speech bubbles, the opponent's health is reduced little by little, and when the health is dropped, a final blow will show up by combining the words that are conclusive evidence. If you run out of speech power, you will suffer HP damage instead and start over. Be careful. Alrighty then, let's do this.
It's time.
Oh god, there's so many. Oh my god, Ayame.
I pressed the wrong thing. But I meant.
It's alright, she's throwing a whole bunch at once.
But the hitbox is crappy.
Oh!
God damn it. The hitbox was shit.
Why are the hitboxes so bad? I definitely think that, whoever messed with Chapter 1 and prequel, like the prologue, altered the hitboxes to be easier. Because just the straight translation, I'm noticing we're having a lot more trouble with the hitboxes.
Jesus, that's way too fast.
Oh my god, Yuki. Yuki, please. We gotta get through this. Don't do that. god.
And it also isn't reacting always.
Oh god. Ah! Oh my god.
No, don't fuck up.
Left side tendon cut.
Well, I guess I only fucked up once.
It's alright. That was fucked. I hope there's an ability to help with that shows up in the shop.
Yeah. I also want more health.
Mm-hmm.
First, I want to ask Inori just to be sure.
To me?
Of course, where did Hatano say she was injured?
Her thigh. More precisely, left side wide leg laceration caused by hamstring injury, although...
Hey, Maeda, why are you asking all this? All of a sudden while dealing with me. Are you giving up after all? Inori, that hamstring refers to a muscle that is important in keeping the leg straight, right? Where exactly is the location of that muscle?
Right, it's one of the 3 places that connects the hip with the leg. To put it simply, it's a muscle that is widely distributed in the back of the leg, that's it. But what is this explanation for?
Hey, don't talk about anything that doesn't matter, Maida! Since Ayame is innocent, there's no room for refutation anymore. Why this word? Why this word? Why this word? Why this one, Akane? That's all I ask.
No, this is important. Very important, in fact. Inori's words just had a decisive clue that Hatano is the culprit.
If she was walking into the wire, it would have, and didn't know it was there, it would have hit the front.
Yes.
She stepped over the wire and then hit and then leaned back into it to cut.
Yes.
That's what he's going to say here. That's what says that. Wow.
I mean, I thought it was weird that the back side was affected.
Yeah, that was the first part that made me really sus. It was like, how did you hit the back of the leg if you were walking towards it?
It's like the first thing I thought when I saw that was that she cut through her entire leg because of that.
Yeah, but then I realized there wasn't enough blood. And I was just like, okay, that's sussy.
Everyone heard what Inori said, right? Hatano's injury is on the back muscle of the left thigh. Yeah, the back. But then, why did Hatano go forward to pick up a flashlight and the back of the thigh ended up hurt?
What? Oh, that's true. I only cared about that Hatano was hurt. I didn't think it was suspicious, but it's weird when you think about it. She stumbled forward, but then she got hurt on the back of her leg. That's... Even if I fall back, and my nose breaks, but I guess this doesn't matter now.
Dude, how?
Buddy, is your cartilage gone in your nose? What's happening?
I can't think of any other reason but one. Hatano, from the very beginning, on her own volition, she was caught deliberately in the trap to inflict a wound as fatal as possible.
My god, then... It means that it really was entirely self-inflicted? Really?
I don't know why you did that, but it may have been to pretend to be a victim and to be less suspicious. That would be my guess.
That can't. No, something. There's gotta be a mistake.
Hatano?
I wish I was lying. Why? This is the choice. If you want to get out of the game, then just lie. Why don't we make a conclusion now? I wasted enough time and I'm getting tired of various factors, such as the vitality of a cockroach of Taira Akane and Tomori Kizuna. Although I believe it's all over now.
No! Something's wrong! Ayame wouldn't do this! I mean that! Ayame was never the type to kill! You can't deny the evidence anymore, though.
The person who's driven up as a criminal is still there. Why are you upset? You just stay put. Taira, it's really hard to accept, but we have to accept the conclusions we've drawn, otherwise nothing will end, and nothing new will begin. Now then, let's do a final summary of all the events thus far, so that everyone can accept the answers that we have presented. So everyone can choose. Yes.
Alright, so this is the final argument. It's time to finish this case.
That's a face.
It sure is a face.
Ah, it's probably that one.
No, well, because she's already panicking because she's about to get stabbed, so I don't know if it's that one. But I don't see anything else it could be. They must have put it left to right. This is so weird. Yeah, they put it left to right. I see the problem now. I mean, no, right to left. Sorry, they put it right to left. That's why I was getting confused. Yeah, so that's right. You're right.
Probably this one.
Yeah, that seems right.
Probably
I would
this
think
one.
the towel. Yeah. God. So grim.
Yeah.
Probably the fire start one. And then cutting herself.
Yep.
That's pretty easy.
Thankfully. The start of this case begins after the first trial ends and the second floor opens. It was a late night on the second day after she got out. At this point, there was someone who stopped by the antique shop for a purpose. She got some tools from the antique shop. The tools they brought this time were the fuse, lighter and flashlight. Surprisingly, this person's identity was Tomori, who was also the victim of this incident. Now we know, but Tomori has been planning the murder this time. Yeah, even before we shared our motives. All of the tools she picked up earlier were tools that Tomori had procured in advance for use in the murder. As a result, she died, and the real culprit of this case was the one who used the tools that she had prepared, however. On the morning of the third day, Otori, who stopped by the antique store every time, must have noticed that some items have already been missing. Sadly, he didn't tell us because he thought it was a simple mistake, and it would have created confusion. So, without anyone knowing, Tomori's murder plan proceeded slowly, and then Monokuma gave us the motive. As everyone knows, this motive was a note with our secrets, but it was a joke that nobody cared about. But only Tomori was different. Tomori thought she could use this motivational note, so she decided to add this step to her original plan. That's right, me. It was an operation to use the secret note of Yuki Maeda to capture Taira and join forces. Tomori told Taira to come to the switch room alone, and Taira headed to the place without any doubt. Taira may seem a little petty, but in fact she wasn't actually swayed. Tomori expected this to happen, and after the second day onward, by acting weak she wanted to weaken our boundaries. The appearance of being lonely, the appearance of hesitation, the appearance of accepting us with tears. She really was quite a devil. It was only a fake scene to kill just a bit more smoothly. That's the true nature of Tomori Kizuna. We were all fooled by Tomori. Taira at the time, she wasn't wary of Tomori at all, so she went to the dark switchium. There, Tomori showed Taira a secret note and revealed a plan to kill me. Taira said that Tomori picked up a secret note that someone discarded from the trash can. It was written like this. I wonder who got that note first.
Yeah, I'm still wondering that as well, but it seems like Tomori picked it up from someone who discarded it,
yeah,
and then showed it to Akane.
Yuki Maeda may actually know the identity of the mastermind. Of course, this is not true. Because I don't know who the mastermind is. But in order to kill me with that pretext, she needed Taira's help. Tomori tried to get Taira out like that. But Taira didn't follow Tomori's words. No matter what, murder shouldn't be done by anyone. When things didn't work out as intended, Tomori gradually began to reveal her nature. Once Taira refused, she couldn't let Taira leave. The one who had heard the murder plan. So instead, Tomori changed the target. The one who she expected to refuse her was decided to be killed in front of her. Tomori ran into Taira without a warning, but luckily Taira avoided the first strike. Taira, panicked by Tomori's sudden attack, tried to run away, but she was pushed by Tomori and fell. Then she tried to resist Tomori, swinging a knife right in front of her nose. In the process, the flashlights that Taira and Tomori had were broken by a struggle, and the switchium, which lost its only light, so they were struggling in the deep darkness. Several minutes continued during this fierce encounter, but at some point the struggle suddenly ended. I don't know why Tomori became quiet, but Taira, who was in danger of her life, decided to leave the switchium because she wanted to be out of the situation. The first thing that Taira found out when she got out of the dark switchium in a bright spot was the intense color of blood. Taira only saw the blood on her body. Of course, it wasn't her own blood, and she instinctively realized that she had stabbed Tomori in the middle of the struggle without even knowing herself. Taira, who was shocked in fear and horror in her head, went to the bathroom. She thought about washing the blood quickly from her. But looking at Taira like this, the culprit perhaps found out what she had done. It is not clear whether or not they saw Taira in person, but the killer must have found Tomori within that short time after Taira left the power room. If someone other than the culprit in this case discovered Tomori, they might have saved Tomori by calling Inori, but the culprit in this case didn't have that thought in mind at all. In any case, the culprit who noticed the situation in the switch room must have found Tomori in a dying state caused by Taira. Tomori tried to target Taira, but she was forced to act as she did not die immediately. The reason for this can be found in the dying message she wrote. Tomori, realizing that she was going to die, wrote on the floor with her own blood to let us know the identity of the killer. Who stabbed her, not maid. In other words, to refer to the ultimate maid student, Taira. The thought that passed by the killer's mind so far was not thinking of telling everyone to save Tomori. The thought of killing Tomori was that she couldn't breathe just so they would blame the wrong person. Maid. For them, the killer committed a terrible act and was hard to think of as a human being. In order to give a certain final blow, they first pulled out a knife stuck in Tomori's stomach. It was already cruel enough to do this, however. That was a laugh. They aimed the knife again at Tomori, just to put it back in her neck. In the process, blood spurted like a fountain, but the killer was wearing a piece of cloth about the size that could cover them, preventing the blood from splattering them. In contrast to Taira, who stabbed Tomori in an accident and unintentionally, you can see that it was an extremely premeditated crime. That's how Tomori lost her strength to live. Tomori thought about killing, of course, and even tried to kill Taira. Still, did she have to die so terribly? Either way, the culprit who succeeded in killing Tomori through a fatal wound now was starting a backup operation. First, the killer installed a fuse, drawing a line around the walls of the switch room. I don't know where Tomori originally intended to use it, but they used the tools Tomori had. In the end, since Tomori prepared the tools, the killer himself couldn't be suspected of this act. In actuality, we had a pretty hard time figuring out who brought the tools because of this. The fuse was installed mainly on the glass window as to not burn equipment as much as possible, and then lighted with a lighter. The lighter was originally brought by Tomori, and the reason the glass was made to break automatically was because when the temperature inside the switch room becomes hot after a certain period of time, using the temperature differences between indoors and outdoors, while the criminal themselves was with the others, they heard the cracking sound. As long as they made them think someone inside the switch room broke the glass, the killer had the perfect alibi. This was the unusual structure of the switch room and the glass window was cleared. It was possible because of these characteristics of the room. But this trick wasn't that meticulous. No one noticed the fire when the fire was being made, so it was a futile trick. So the killer put the plan into action. After completing the installation of the fuse, the criminal reported the fact of the fire with a loud voice, as if they were the fire discoverer. Some of the people who heard this sound came to the front of the switch room as the culprit intended. Those who heard the killer's voice at the time were Kinjo, Mikado, and Uehara. Those three people at this point, three people who had not yet known that a murder had occurred, decided to extinguish the fire first without even dreaming that they were with the killer. 3. No, even the killer came with a fire extinguisher from the hallway and started to extinguish the flames. But then, to us, the killer, to anyone, something unimaginable happened. Tomori, who must have had her throat pierced with a kitchen knife, was still alive. It's strange enough to say that it's a contradiction when you think about it in general, but Tomori the victim was holding on to the thread-like lifeline. Tomori used up all her last strength. She corrected the dying message that wrote "made" with a large X next to it. In other words, it was telling us this, not the maid. I would like the killer's name instead, but just an X with a throat stabbed was already an incredible feat to do. After correcting the dying message, Tomori's life was gone, bleeding because of her heart beating until the amount of blood increased more than that of an ordinary person, and thanks to that, we could prove Tomori was still alive. Of course, that would have been fatal for the killer. Yes. Originally, only looking at the words "made" put Tyra in doubt. She could have done it, but because the X was left remaining for no reason, the elaborate plan was doomed to fail. Tomori, even though she tried to kill, and because of that she couldn't be forgiven, she still acted. At the end of the day, she was trying to tell us the correct answer with all her strength. And the situation goes back to the power room, when the fire was put off and the setup was almost completely staged. Suddenly hearing the sound of glass breaking inside the switch room. This was done in the best conditions intended by the killer. Thanks to this, everyone thought someone inside the switch room broke the glass. Everything was the way the killer wanted. The killer who was on the scene at the time. I would imagine they had a smile of satisfaction. The three of them, except Uehara, who went to watch the entrance to check the sound, went inside the switch room, and there saw Tomori's body. At that point, the body discovery announcement rang. The others who heard the body discovery announcement arrived one by one. Everyone gathered in the power room. Perhaps Tyra, who was in the position of the third party at this time, was most surprised because Tyra did not know the existence of the criminal. She thought she had been the culprit, and yet a fire incident happened that Tyra herself did not know. So when we received the Monokuma file and started investigating, the killer started the last act. First, the killer puts the third flashlight they used on the floor. The flashlight was also in a state of charcoal because it was caught in a fire. The reason why it's because they threw something that catches our eye on the floor, in order to create a certain situation. The killer installed a sharp wire on the way of the flashlight, and she talked as if she had found a flashlight and voluntarily walked to pick it up. Yes, even though she knew they have a sharp wire installed. Here the killer deliberately gets caught in a wire trap to cut their own leg. It was also precisely aimed at cutting the back tendon. I didn't even think at the time that the killer was going to cripple their own leg, although it was the culprit's intention to make us think so. One mistake the killer here made was that the rear tendon was cut despite walking forward. But I didn't even think about it because a person who saw an injured person at the time wouldn't think that. It must have been the culprit's idea, whose purpose was to get out of here. The culprit even gave up one leg of themselves and showed the look of being a victim during all this. Thanks to it, we almost got hooked into thinking, would you cut your own leg? While staring at us, the killer would have been laughing inside. In this case, there were three people, including the killer, Tomori and Tyra. But also most of the suspicions went to Tyra, so the identity of the killer was ambiguous. However, as a result of matching Tyra's honest statement with various situations, we were able to uncover the identity of the killer. The criminal who tried to hide their identity by throwing away their leg. The perpetrator who committed such a terrible thing to Tomori. The identity of the culprit who was smiling with a smile of deceit while watching our actions behind the scenes. Spin! It's no one else other than you, Atano Ayame.
Now that I'm thinking back on it, though, my comment about Kizuna seems like the type to use people. I can't believe how right I was! Just picking up on the vibes! That was one of the first things I said about her whenever she was, like, toying with Akane and Yuki in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Bro! Like, I was sitting here thinking about that while you were reading, I was like, oh my god, wait, I said that early!
Well. Also, my voice is like, Jesus, that was a bit much talking at once.
Yeah, it's alright, I think we're almost done. I think we have to just get through the execution.
How about it, Hatano? If you have anything to object to, please do.
No, wait a minute! This is... something's wrong! It's not like this!
Really? What's not it? It's all decided. Can we just end it now?
No, it's not over! It can't be over!
But even if everything's correct, and there's evidence, I can't convince myself. Atano is the killer who murdered Tomori that way.
Darn it, Hatano.
Speechless Teria. Damn it!
It's that face again.
She's just like, are we done? Are we done? Are we done yet? Are we done?
It's all over then.
No, Ayame, please! Please tell them they're wrong! No! Oh, honey.
Going through the 5 stages of grief.
All through facial expressions. We've done it! The trial's done!
It's over.
It's over. Shut up, we know.
Screw you.
I knew it would do that. Now we know for next time if we die at all that, like, it says fuck you about the medals. Okay. That's annoying. Oh boy, I gotta, there's my Monokuma voice.
Oh, what? Are you done?
Oh my god, he was sleeping!
I mean, it's in the middle of the night.
Together, he was fucking sleeping.
Oh, what the hell? You guys took so long that I was asleep at the middle of it. Nope, I never slept. Mr. Monokuma, did you sleep? Ho ho ho, no doubt. Okay, well, anyways, you guys seem to have come to your own conclusions, so it's okay to go into voting time soon. Now then, you guys, vote with the switch in front of your hands. As I said last time, we do not accept invalid votes, so press carefully. As a result of the voting, who will become the blackened, and the answer will be the correct answer or the wrong one. Now what will happen?
Well.
This little fucking...
Bye,
Ayame.
Bye-bye.
That case was wild.
Absolutely.
That's amazing! You're correct. Tamori Kizuna was killed terribly. Like by the ruthless Blackened. Which it was Ayame Hatano. That's the answer!
The answer. So, we got it? We got the culprit? But why is it the correct answer? I'm not happy that I guessed it right, damn it.
Oh, by the way, the vote wasn't unanimous.
Of course it wasn't.
Miss Tyra, no matter how much you want it, voting on yourself. You don't want a suicide, okay?
Who would believe what you're saying? I can't admit it. I won't admit it.
It's a big deal, so be careful next time. Anyway, whatever you say, there's only one truth. But I said it, right? I don't lie when it comes to the class trials.
Is this real? Is Hatano really the killer?
Of course she is! I guarantee this. You guys said the answer you came up with at the end. Right? Denying this is nothing more than escaping from reality.
It's a lie, right? Ayame?
Girl, you gotta say something at least.
Ayame, if she's really your friend, you gotta give her some fucking closure.
Yep.
Because you're already, like, moving yourself down on my like list by, like, being like this.
It certainly is making her less likable, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Only the judge was talking. No one could even breathe, because the result of the trial was so terrible.
Miss Tyra played the role of accomplice, so the case was extremely extreme, but it was also because the incident happened late at night. Why? I ask why. Why did such a girl like you kill her? You watch your mouth, Kobashigawa! This can't be true! How is Ayame the killer?
Sweetheart, we just went over this for, like, 2 episodes.
Yes, 2 very long episodes. We want to believe that, but... Stop it, Akane. Any more than this, and it's only going to make it worse. I can't hide it anymore.
What are you talking about, Ayame? You can't hide it. Oh, if you say it like that, it makes you look like a culprit, you know?
Girl.
Sweetie.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry. Why are you apologizing? Why? Why?
Tamori was killed by me.
What?
Yeah, well, you don't have to make another announcement. Because Monokuma already confirmed it.
Why did you... Did you have to kill, even going as far as hurting your own leg?
That's right. If the answer we came up with is correct, doesn't that mean all we said, all our reasoning was correct too? We were asking to end the trial early so that we could heal your leg as soon as possible. If you're the killer, it doesn't make sense.
I don't believe it. I won't believe it. I can't believe this.
Yeah, in the end, you're also a murderer. It's surprising, but the word unexpected doesn't apply to criminals. Because even outside these walls, there are parts of criminals who are doing heinous things with dismal faces.
Why did you... Please answer us. Why did you do that?
That's obvious. It's because I want to get out of here. She's so nonchalant, it's incredible.
I'm not convinced.
And
I do not think that's the reason.
Yeah, it's...
I think she wants them to hate her, so that she can just go off and be executed without leaving them too upset. I think she wants them to hate her.
That could also be it, but I'm still kind of confused why she was being so difficult and wanting to, like,
That has me
escape
confused
convention?
too. That has me so confused too, and she was super defensive anytime Akane was being targeted. So it's not that she doesn't care. I genuinely think that, like, she really wants them to just hate her now to make it easier on them.
Huh?
Isn't that obvious? Other than that, there's no other reason to commit a murder. To get out of here and seek my freedom. I wanted to return to my usually daily living.
I don't believe her.
That's why everyone has no choice but to sympathize. It was just the choice of murder as means. OMG?
Satsuki?
Boy.
What did you just say?
You finally got my plan. I thought it was perfect because I could use Terra Akane.
Yeah, she's becoming a bit more obvious.
Yeah, look at her face. I don't believe her. I think she's lying.
Stop fucking hiding.
Because her words do not match her expressions whatsoever.
No, Hatano!
What? In the end, you were just the same as Higa?
See, she's trying to make them hate her, and it's working. Because they're used to her being honest and never lying to them.
This is what nature is, after all. Dude, no.
And she's also saying everything that Tsurugi would want her to say. Which is why he's not disregarding it either.
Nobody can judge just by looks. No, I must know the evil face that committed this murder.
Oh, you caught me. Hehe.
She's seriously playing along.
I think she's got despair sickness. I'm sorry, I can't. I just don't believe her.
Nah.
I need to hear her talk more.
This is Hatano's true nature. She just wants to get out of here, and for that reason she killed Tomori? Really? That's all? Nah. Something just doesn't feel right. As Kinjo said, I shouldn't judge by appearance. This might be what Hatano really looks like, but what is this deep pain in my heart, in my head? I can't see with my eyes open anymore. Let's just end it.
Ended? You mean the execution?
You were that kind of person, Hatano? Or what the hell did we do for this? Damn it! Who do we trust now?
Monokuma, get it started. Now, wait a second. Can't we finish things like this? Can we really send Hatano on like this? But Maida, look at her. You may be right, but whatever you're saying to her won't work.
Execution. How unfortunate for me. It's a waste.
Hatano, is that really you? Are you saying you were pretending to be a good human being?
Ah, yes, this is the real me. I thought you guys who was stupid couldn't figure it out. But I guess you figured out my tricks, so you weren't so bad after all.
What did you say?
Hey, please stop, Hatano. If I look at Hatano's appearance any more than this, I'll go crazy.
Hatano, you really don't have regrets? Are you satisfied with your actions?
Of course, it's my execution, come on. If you say regret, then it would be that I couldn't get out of here. That's all I regret. Lies.
I was waiting for her to say something because she picks up on people's auras.
Yes.
What? You wanting to get out of here? It's a lie.
What? You think you know me, don't you?
It's not a lie. I did murder because I wanted to get out of here, that's all. If you wanted to leave this place, you wouldn't have cut your own leg.
I knew it. I knew it. I was right about that. That she knew she was going to die from the start, so she was just like, I may as well. That's depressing.
What? What do you mean?
Hatano did murder, that's correct, but there must have been another reason. You like acting as a villain, but your body is trembling, Hatano.
Curses.
Then the Hatano we just saw, she was just acting?
You mean she acted crazy on purpose? So, then why did she really kill Tamori?
Kurokawa, I can't.
Hatano. After saying that, Hatano's appearance returned to normal. At that moment, I felt the pain disappearing from my mind and the sense of incongruity just before was gone.
My hands are already dirty and it might sound like an excuse, but please let me tell you. This is how I committed my murder. I was running down the second floor corridor at the time of the incident, as you guessed. At the time, I saw Akane running somewhere. She was going in such a hurry. I tried to talk, but then I realized that Akane's body was covered in blood. I went into the power room where Akane had come out, with no doubt. I found out that something had happened inside the switchium. I took a flashlight in a hurry to check the condition inside, and Tamori was dying, with his knife stuck in her stomach, as you all said.
Then why did you kill her there? You could have thought of a way to call the others.
No, a stomach wound is pretty fatal because, like, if you move at all, the guts just come out. And it was a long wound, and she noticed that probably.
And let Tamori live.
Because that was not the case. It was not the case? According to the facts I've seen, when I discovered her, Tamori was almost dead. I knew she wasn't dead because she was breathing hard, but that was it. She was already on the brink of death.
That was until she got killed by you.
I was worried, anxious, and scared.
If Tamori dies, Akane becomes the killer.
It was a scary thought. I wanted to throw that thought away.
What?
At the time, I really wanted to think about it. That kind and good-natured Akane, why would she stab Tamori? I learned that it was an accident before the trial, but at the time, I had no idea. In my head, I just went like this, because I only thought about Akane becoming the black end of this case. I couldn't leave her alone. I couldn't leave my friend alone while knowing everything, throwing everything away for the sake of survival.
Wait a minute, then the reason Hatano committed murder was...
Ayame?
Yeah.
Because of me. To release me from becoming the Blackens?
I just couldn't stay put and watch Akane being executed for pretending I didn't see it. I also wanted to call Inori to heal Tomori. But if Tomori's breathing goes out while I go to get to Inori, then Akane would have been executed without fail due to my mistaken judgment. I couldn't allow that to happen.
Uh...
Then from the very beginning you were thinking of dying instead of Tyra.
And that included cutting her tendon. All of that was to protect Tyra?
This is the truth. I just couldn't say I didn't know about my friend's crime. A sad tragedy born from friendship. For a while, no one could speak. Inside the courtroom, only Tyra's wailing was the only voice ringing in our ears. Was that really the only reason? Yeah? It's a commendable act to lay down one's life for others. It's not impossible without some courage. In that aspect, you deserve to be recognized. But if those were the only intentions to that, it would not have been necessary to go to a trial like this, right? Even if you reveal the facts to everyone and accept the execution, your intentions do not change. But at the time of the trial, your appearance became as if you looked desperate.
Hey, Makaru, if you say anything more to Hatano, I won't let it stand.
I think she ended up changing her mind and didn't want to die.
Yeah.
Even if you're a woman.
I'm not scared of you, idiot. And shut up. I'm talking with Ayame Hatano right now. No, it's okay. Calm down, Kobashikawa. Sure, Mikaru, there was something else.
What else is there?
I didn't tell you this, as it would sound like an excuse, as I said the first time. As Mikado pointed out, doing this for Akane may have just been a pretext.
Oh, why would you do that to her?
Really putting her through it right now.
Oh my god.
I'll tell you everything. It can be said that there was no darkness in my heart. Somewhere in my mind it was like, it's okay because it's for Akane. But there was also the desire to get out of this place. It must have existed in my mind at one point. It did? But even with your leg like this... It was a meaning of apology to you guys if I succeeded in escaping.
Self-punishment. Oh god damn it. I figured it was something like that. I think it was along the lines of if I get out of here, I don't deserve to have my future. I'm going to throw away my future as an apology for what I'm doing to all of you. God, Ayame.
And even if my leg is paralyzed, everything's already too late. What are you saying? Motive. The first motive that we got when Maki was murdered. The outside world I saw there was a terrible world in which you couldn't even run properly. Huh? How is that possible? So in the end, the initial motive was the driving force too. Other than me, my coworkers and rivals, they can't even walk anymore. But if that's the case, what's the use of getting out of here with my legs fine? What? How did that happen?
Hatano, what happened? I thought the video was just a manipulation. And I thought Hatano would be the first to run non-stop and never be fooled.
I know, but I wanted to check if it was real. Until I saw it with my own eyes, I was nervous. Every day, it drove me like crazy. This wasn't recent. From the time Maki died, it's been running around in my head. I had nightmares every night, and I was always confused when I was with her. All that can be said of me is the fact that something had gone blank, and I wanted to see it with my own eyes. No one objected to Hatano. The feeling Hatano felt was exactly the same as me, because I still remember my family. And when I was alone, I couldn't stay still because of anxiety. After all, every breath was about the motive again and again. We were vigilant about that new motive, called the secret note, but the motive that I was given the first time, no matter how many new motives came out, it would never disappear. The intense image was clearly stuck in our minds. I understand the feeling, but you're weird. I don't feel a strong will like Mitsuhiro Higa. The desire to go outside. Was it a conflict? Conflict? Will you lose us for the chance to leave outside? Would you accept death? For your dear friend Tyra? You were in conflict, weren't you, Hatano? It wasn't as big as that, but by the time Maeda appointed me as the culprit, I had already given up on escaping. After everything was revealed. But the reason I got ugly and struggled until the end, it was because of Akane.
You're breaking her heart worse. You need to stop.
Yep. I was relieved to learn that it was only an accident that Akane stepped to Mori. During the trial, because I knew Akane was the way I knew her. Even though, after I was driven as the culprit, Akane tried to deny my crimes more severely than me, the culprit, to prevent me from being executed. I am the one that betrayed you all and committed murder. I'm also a little happy inside. Like I wanted Akane not to die, and she had the same mindset too. More than that, how disappointed Akane would be if I admitted the crime. Not to mention Maeda and Kinjo could be beaten.
Why are you smiling?
Huh? Oh, you're angry, Akane. I knew you would be disappointed. I'm sorry.
Why? You did all of this because of someone like me? How can you laugh like that?
How can I laugh? Akane asked something very strange. Thanks to me, Akane is able to survive safely. Is there anything more simple than this? Oof.
This is so charged.
Hmm.
This is so charged. There's no hetero explanation for this. I'm sorry, but there is none. Like, I see why people ship them, not my cup of tea. I see it, but also, like, there is no hetero explanation for that.
There is
None.
none. There is none.
Damn! That's just so blatant.
Hatano. Oh.
Oh, damn it.
In the end, I'm just an idiot who, after weighing in between dreams and bonds, I've done things that shouldn't be done. Still, I'm satisfied. I could have saved at least Akane. I feel somewhat relieved. Although my dream ends here, you guys won't make the same mistakes like me. Go after the best dreams you believe in. I've chosen to protect my friend rather than my dream, and now I will say goodbye to this world.
But at least I have no regrets.
Don't say goodbye or end it like that. If you make it sound so ominous, that really happens. It happens even if you don't say that.
Monokuma.
Well, I understand Hitano's situation, but it's taking too long. Look, if this is a game, you have to think about the person who plays it.
Thank you, Monokuma, for your sympathy.
Oh my god, I love when characters break the fourth wall. I love Lanusa's Monokuma, man. He's so fun.
Gee, oh my, we are going at it for over 3 hours now.
It's alright.
Shut up, Monokuma!
I don't know what Miss Hitano thought and what circumstances caused the murder. The important thing is the results. In the end, the fact that you killed Miss Tamori doesn't change one bit. Murder means the order has been broken. For the blackened who has broken it, an appropriate punishment is necessary.
Yes, I am to be punished. You take the sin and pay the penalty for it.
Oh, confident attitude. I don't like that. It's different from Mr. Higa. But for Miss Hitano and Miss Taira, it's whatever. In the end, the cause was that you wanted to go out, right? Hey. Why, Hitano, a little while ago, said it with her own mouth. She was conflicted. Because she wanted to go out.
Shut up! You are the one who created this whole situation itself. What are you saying?
What am I saying? Are you that stupid? If you forget the outside world, this wouldn't happen. You just need to live comfortably here. So if you want to get out, you have to go through a murder case. You should know this already.
Stop spouting your nonsense and go ahead, disgusting bear.
Fine, I won't meddle with you guys anymore. It's also because midnight already passed, so... let's start! The heart-racing punishment time!
Whoa boy, what is it gonna be this time?
I'm...
I prepared a very special punishment for Ayame Hitano, the ultimate sprinter.
Something like... where you have to run, but she can't run anymore, so...
It's a possibility. Who is the blackened of this case?
Everyone, remember to get along.
Oh, you can't give that as their last ever statement from you. That's really painful.
Boy, boy.
No, wait a minute, Ayame! Please wait! Oh, there are so many things I haven't told you, Ayame!
Let's go! All out!
Ayame! Because of me, because of a fool like me, I stabbed someone by accident and I didn't do any cleanup. I also bothered you. I made this scene. Don't go! I'm going to die. All I need to do is die. Monokuma, wait!
It's punishment time!
Akane, I want you to be alive, so live.
Wait! I had to go really squeaky for her, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Bouncing her and Monokuma in that scene is hard.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Oh my god, it is a sprint.
Mm.
Oh no. That's really malicious.
Oh no.
What is
don't
this
like
thing?
this.
What is this thing?
Why does it look like the fucking emoji with the hand up and down? Why does it look like the Kimoji that does? This is silly. Oh no.
I imagine something like this.
Oh no.
Something where you have to run.
Because
This is so
it
stupid.
has a spring coil. It's so help! It's coming. It's coming. This is silly.
Yes, it is.
Oh, this is gonna be so brutal, though. Oh!
I did
She got
not.
decapitated, didn't she? She
Oh,
got decapitated. Oh, in half? Ooh, hell!
that.
And then you're gonna. That's
not
brutal.
bad. Not bad. I didn't expect that.
That's really brutal, though.
Yes. Well, at least she didn't have to live being cut in half for long.
Bruh. Serious bra moment. Yahoo! This is a thrilling feeling of endorphins rising! It's fantastic profits!
Profit?
I don't know his phrasing there either. Ayame? 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 No! It's too much. Flesh. Blood. Hatano? Oh no. I don't think I can hold it anymore.
Matano was executed. So much cruelty, and so mercilessly. I found myself closing my mouth to endure the vomit. The head reached my throat. For our colleagues and for our best friend, Matano willingly gave up her life. How many people can do that in this world? That was the kind of person she was. Goodbye, Hatano.
Evil, ugly, it's not a dream. How long do I have to endure this nightmare?
That's up to you guys. It's a nightmare if you guys forget. That's up to you guys. It's only a nightmare if you guys don't forget the outside world and live in harmony here. You're happy and don't know what to do.
You mentioned this in the first trial as well. Forget the outside world. You keep emphasizing these words. What is the purpose? What is the reason you want us to keep inside?
If I tell you that, it's a major spoiler! It might transform into a wave of protest. Shut up, you bastard. Why do you do this to us? Why? Tell us the reason. Wouldn't be desperate to kill each other without knowing that?
Then let's ask something different. The cost of entering a execution of the school is absolutely not ordinary. It's absolutely impossible. What the hell are you? Where does this organization come from?
There are a lot of things you're curious about, huh? Good. Then would you like a special service? Everything that you see in the school from the beginning, it was all here. I just modified it a tiny bit.
Interesting?
I tried so hard to make you guys feel amazing despair. Yet you guys ignored my warnings. Truly sad.
You're so noisy. What is despair? Is it so fun to play with a person's life?
Huh? Do you think I'm just doing this to simply enjoy it? Well, it's true at some point. Although I'm actually enjoying it. You guys don't know how important it is, all this is. No clue at all!
What are you talking about?
Nothing you need to know. If you're curious, do your own research and find out. After all, it's written in the school rules investigation is always free to do. Well, this is it. After enjoying a brilliant execution, I woke up because I'm feeling so worked up, but if I don't sleep, it's dangerous because I might sleep all day tomorrow.
That sounds like a good thing.
Yeah.
Of course, everyone did a good job. It seems to be a good to spare finale, so at this point, the class trial is over. Good night!
Bye, bitch. Stop talking.
It's always so sudden when he just leaves with a boink. After Monokuma disappeared, only Taira's sobbing sounds came from the trial grounds. I felt like I would go crazy too. It's an indescribable evil feeling, a feeling of despair beyond reason. It seemed like my body was being crushed by a tremendous pressure. But I cannot give up here. I have to move forward for the sake of our dead friends. Even though I thought that in my head, my body wouldn't move nor follow. Can we really get out of here? The second trial is over. 4 people have lost their lives. Who will be next? Is it me?
That's all you're getting.
Yuki, get over here and console your girlfriend. Come on.
Go hug her. Stop being a dense piece of shit and go hug the crying maid. This is your one time where you would get a consensual hug from a hot woman. Go get to work.
Do it.
Jesus Christ.
Taira, calm down. Everyone is sad.
Dude.
Listen, Inori, while that's true, you didn't just have someone confess that their reason for doing this is for the sake of one person to live. That's very, very gay, and she doesn't know how to handle it. All because of me. Kizuna died because of me. Ayame also died because of me. That's right, isn't it? All because of me. All because of me.
Someone gotta snap her out of it. Fast.
Hey, Mikaru, get over here and slap her, because I know you would relish in that.
And I think it would actually help.
Yeah, it would. It's all because of me!
Reprimanding yourself. I all too well know that it wasn't because of Taira, but I just couldn't tell her anything. Come on, dude.
Yuki, I swear to God, go do something useful.
It's hard. It's too hard to put yourself up, but taking care of others would be a real sainthood. All we can do for Taira is to let her cry freely without interruption.
No, she's in hysterics. She could do something really drastic, and you just watching is not helping.
Like, at least a hand on her shoulder? Is that
Like,
too
give
much?
The little shoulder squeeze. The little shoulder squeeze. You gotta bring her back down. Her feet are not on the ground. Give her a little shoulder squeeze, make her look at you, she'll be fine.
Or like a head pat?
Yeah.
Come on. To be able to complain such difficult feelings with tears. It could have been me instead. Oh, police boy is gonna be a major asshole and distract her.
Oh, I'm gonna throw him onto the execution ground myself! I'm gonna pick him up and throw him, Rina.
Do it. I want to watch.
I need Mikaru's help. I'm too weak. The queen can help me, and I'll be like, listen, I'm doing this for you, but I need a little assistance. Do it yourself, bitch.
Yeah, I think.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm good.
It's ugly and noisy. What? All the sprites looked at him at once?
It's excellent. It's so true.
Yeah, it's all because of you. I know you well enough. If you feel guilty like that, why write a will and commit suicide already? Damn!
Oh, I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, Tsurugi. I'm done with you. Bye. No. That is officially ironed it out that I don't like him.
Jesus Christ.
I wanted to give him a chance. No, after saying that, go fuck off. No one wants to talk to you. You can leave, Tsurugi. We're done. We're done here. Get out.
Not only is a dictator, he's also an absolute major asshole who would tell people to kill themselves. You.
Fucking suicide baiting looking ass, and you're fucking give me your cop badge. You don't get that anymore. You don't get one of those. That's breaking the law. You just broke the law. You're a criminal too, bitch.
Indeed, I wish someone would say that to him.
It actually is against the law to suicide bait, and that's exactly what he's doing right now.
Yep. Criminal detected.
Oh, he'd have such an external crisis if he got labeled as one.
Hey, what did you say, Kinjo? Say it again!
That's a face! Holy shit.
Oh, I don't like him. Oh, I don't like him.
It's really amazing how after class trials he always is the worst.
God, I really don't like him.
Then he gets gradually a little bit more tolerable, so you kind of forget how terrible he actually is.
Oh my god.
And then he gets
I
worse.
don't like this guy. Why is he like this?
It's amazing how terrible he is.
It's an incredible train wreck to watch. I will agree with that, but I want to throw him so bad, Rina.
Oh boy, it would be a good idea to not be in the same room as him, because I am a very non-violent person, but I also have my limit.
He has well surpassed mine.
Yeah, suicide baiting a friend of mine is a very good way of, well, getting a black eye.
I will break my pacifism streak just to kick your ass. Oh my god.
Oh, oh. Anyway, we gotta get through this.
Mm-hmm.
It's better to get behind a bitch blackened like you.
Blackened?
Kinjo, are you crazy? Why are you suddenly saying all this stuff?
I hate this the most. In a true sense, a blackened is subtly convicted of innocence to avoid the law. Blackened, you mean Tyra. Is there anyone else who fits? Stop! This is bullshit! How many times has it been revealed that the stabbing Tyra did to Tomori was an accident?
Is that really what you say? To someone who just lost their friend after their death?
He's just an asshole like that.
Okay, I forgive Haru for being a perv, because he is the most respectful simp I have ever seen. I excuse his perverted nature because he at least has his limits, and he is a respectful simp. You get a pass, Haru. I like you.
And then there are people who are not perverts who are worse.
Yep.
Right, police boy? I shall never use your name again.
He gets no name. None whatsoever.
I wonder, did I ever use, like, his name outside of dialogue?
Outside of dialogue? No, you haven't. Now
That's
you
good.
never will. Now you never will.
You are stuck now. Without an identity. You're just your occupation now. What could be worse in this capitalistic hellscape?
savage.
An accident? Of course it was. Kizuna Tomori started it all, however. Who made the final blows? Doesn't matter in the pretext. She must be punished. The two who were punished and killed, right? Taira Akane, who was at the heart of the case. More than them, is alive and clean from this. Have you forgotten? Even if this woman had killed Tomori in an accident in a class trial, Akane Taira made a false statement to hide her crimes. What would have happened if we were caught in that lie? Isn't it terrible to imagine? Directly or indirectly, Taira Akane almost put us all at risk. But she couldn't help it, could she? Taira knew she was guilty, and she knew she would be executed if she told the truth. Then she shouldn't have done that in the first place. Dude, how? How? How?
He lacks all logic. He lacks all logic in this sense at the moment. There is no logic between those eyes. None.
Yep.
No thoughts. No rational thoughts, I should say.
No matter how much of an accident it was. You think it makes sense to go and wash the blood to destroy evidence as you stab Tomori? A girl who is willing to say that they're innocent? Isn't it normal to at least support Tomori and give her first aid or call Inori as soon as possible? She didn't.
But
she didn't know.
She literally was, well, one, that, and two, she was targeted for murder. You would assist your murderer? What if she gets healthy and tries to hit your ass again? What then, bud? What the fuck do you mean? You would have demonized her if she was alive, after learning that she tried to kill Akane. Don't even start.
Yep, it's kind of also this reason why I think Leon should have gotten more sympathy than he got in the first Danganronpa.
Yeah.
I mean, he really was stuck between a hard place and a rock.
Yes.
They do have a point.
Please think of Taira. The accident may have happened and the rescue might not have occurred because she was in a state of panic.
No, I am confident of this. If Taira Akane was really the Black Hand, it's certain for a fact that she would try to trick us with selfish thoughts.
Your bias is showing. Stop talking, Kinjo, you bastard. I'm not gonna tolerate this anymore.
Hit him.
Hit him, punch the police boy.
Yes, do it.
Punch his ass.
Oi, calm down, Cobra Boxer. Get your fists down, manly boy.
Sutsy! She is an enigma.
You know, if it wasn't like in the scene, that probably would have gotten a very nice blush from him.
Yeah, it would have. He's too worked up right now, though.
A shame.
Yep.
You guys need to look at things objectively. What she did is wrong in every sense. Dude. Objectively does not really exist in your vocabulary, does it?
No, it does not.
Not with the right description, anyway. There's still a lot to talk about, but I don't think it's the right time when everyone is on edge and confused as it is now. It's late today, so go to bed. I'll talk with you all tomorrow morning.
Confused. You're gaslighting them now? Mass gaslighting?
Yep.
Hey, wait, dude! If you want to talk to me, then stop. Hey, you bastard! Are you gonna leave just like that? Hey!
He's so mad.
Yep.
Why is Kinjo doing this? It's like Kinjo is creating a separation between us.
He is. That's the point. He wants control, and he feels like he doesn't have control if people are backing Akane.
Yep.
So, what do we do now?
Is Tyra going to recover? That would be the first, Rory, yes? Losing a loved one is a very difficult feeling.
That's right. Tyra, are you okay?
No.
Jesus.
Sorry, I'm 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 sorry. Sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Tyra is all good now. Is she? Is she?
Let's all rest for today. I don't feel good after the class trial. It's already late. It's near dawn. Let's go to sleep.
Let's do as Kurokawa suggests. Honestly, I can't think of anything right now. Let's listen to Kinjo tomorrow. Today we are going to sleep.
Okay, I feel like the more we do this, the harder we have to work. Everyone have a good night. Sleep well.
I think rather than going to sleep, Akane needs an emergency therapy session.
I agree.
Being in such a situation is unusual itself, but the current situation was much more than the first trial. Kinjo, who should lead everyone, seems to be getting twisted more and more, and our friends start to lose their lives one by one. What can I do at times like these? Hang around with everyone and relax while learning about them? Follow my own dreams? Right now, I think it's impossible for anything to happen. I have no more power to think anymore. Let's sleep for today.
Wise decision.
Yuki completely failed in his quest of being a harem protagonist.
Yep.
God damn it, Yuki. I returned to my room. When I left the courtroom and returned to my dormitory, I greeted some of my friends and tried to chat a little, but everyone seemed to have no energy. No wonder. It only passed 3 or 4 hours before returning to my room, but within those 3 to 4 hours, we lost very precious things. Feels like it's been years, and then the stiff dorm bed that couldn't be comfortable is now feeling better than anything else. Tired.
Wait, so that means it's like fucking at least 1 or 2 a.m. for them.
Probably.
Yeah, none of these bitches are gonna have enough sleep.
Nope. A desperate situation in which we taste the despair of the death of our friends and do not know whether we will be able to stand up. To stand up again. What kind of despair awaits us from tomorrow? No, I don't even think there's hope anywhere. Now I only have passed the second class trial, but this is not the end. The despair surrounding us was approaching, involving us deeper and deeper.
Dream?
Hey, hello. I don't know if you're comfortable. Don't you feel uncomfortable?
Oh wait. I think I know who he's talking to.
Oh, it would be weird if you were tied up in public like this, but if you're comfortable. No way. If it is comfortable, you're a true maso. Is that not right?
Did you just call him a fucking masochist?
Oh well, I came to bring you the meal again. Again, your appearance is still there, so take good care of your health until then.
Is this like the 16th student or something?
Yes. It's the one I voice.
Like the ultimate
I'm
prisoner?
pretty sure that's who it is. No. but you'll see.
By the way, who could have thought you would be led like this? I'm really sorry for being like this and having to lock you up. In fact, it would have been nice if I let everyone stay with you too. Your body is one that cannot age, isn't it?
Huh?
Huh?
Are you a robot?
Huh? Still haughty, huh? I like it. It will be alright when your turn comes. By that time, how many people will survive?
It will be so awkward when this person joins the group.
Oh yeah, you could say that.
Huh? What? I gotcha. It's because that woman you love is still alive.
Oh?
Oh, I absolutely know who this is now! Yeah, that is the other student.
Huh?
Oh, I'm excited.
There's nothing to worry about. I'll go then, because if I'm not watching, I don't know what those guys will try to pull, so. So see you next time!
Interesting.
I'm really excited.
Ah, the natural balance between dreams and bonds.
11. Oh my god. Oh my god. The cast narrows. Damn.
Yes.
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 I think Rina needs to go to bed.
Not yet, but my voice needs a little something.
God, me too. Monokuma's beating my ass.
I can imagine. And Akane probably wasn't very kind on you either.
No, when I go high like that, I have to be real careful. Balancing her in. If I was just balancing one, I would have been fine. But it was her and Monokuma, and I was just like, fuck me.
Changing fast.
Yeah.
I was able to realize that when I was waking up, it wasn't particularly enjoyable. It didn't feel normal. However strange it may sound, I hated opening my eyes again. 4 of our friends have already died. I was still surprised that I could sleep.
Oh, God. Yes, give us all the CGs again.
The first time Maki died.
Don't count him. I don't count him.
I'm always surprised that how generous these characters are with calling people their friends.
Yeah.
That's an acquaintance at best.
Mm-hmm. Plus, this one's a jerk. Leave him out.
Yeah. Then Higa, who killed Maki in an attempt to escape, was executed by Monokuma.
God, that CG.
Yep. Not long after, Tomori was killed by someone. Hatano, who killed Tomori, in order to save her friend, was also executed by Monokuma. Not only that, I'm worried about Kinjo's problem and Taira's mental state. Everyone's getting more ferocious. Even if we are reunited, we're still getting hostile towards each other. I wouldn't mind to see Police Boy tied up in a corner.
me. Can we just tie him up, throw him in his room, leave him in there? Leave him near the door so he can open the door when we need to bring him food. That's it. Just leave him there.
Yep, he should be getting
He's a problem.
He should be getting the Komaeda treatment.
I will tell you, his room would make you laugh.
Oh boy, and I was just thinking that it would be funny to watch him get fed by other characters, but okay.
His room would make you laugh. It definitely applies to this conversation. That's all I'll say.
It's not the time to be doing this. I have to meet with everyone right now. Yeah.
Repeated message. They didn't get no sleep.
It seems I awoke in just in time. I don't open my eyes for a reason, but I have to force myself to get up. Honestly, I would really use free time then to catch up on sleep.
God, me too.
Yesterday, everyone was insane, and we were tired, so we couldn't talk properly, and we broke up. Let's try once more to talk about yesterday. First, let's go to the dining hall. We all decided to have breakfast together, so maybe everyone was headed there by now. Save.
We're
Save.
saving.
Save.
We're saving.
Save. Alrighty then. We're gonna end the part here. It's been almost 4 hours.
Yes! It's so long.
So then, we will see you next time. Until then, goodbye.
Bye-bye.